Here we go. All right, and my computer's already frozen. This is off to a great start. You know, I think that I should do this more often where I push buttons and then there it goes. Okay. All right, so everybody, welcome Omega Corp's agents and Horsemen of the Multiverse to the first ever crossover event and the end of an age, which means more to some of you than others. This is F3, which is Fight for the Future, and it is a level 10 5 versus 5 RP and skill-based competition between the champions of two greater deities, Kronos, the god of time, and Tenebris, the god of space. The Omega Corps will be representing Kronos, and the Horsemen of the Multiverse will be representing Tenebris in a series of challenges that range from a 1v1 to a 5v5. The list of challenges will be given upon everyone's arrival to neutral ground, and it will be up to each side to pick who will be the best representative for them for the various challenges ahead. Players are limited to a specific pool of magic items based on a point system, and all items will be soul-bound to their owners and cannot be used by anyone else unless the item is both consumable and only used by an ally with permission. So, additional, I got quite a few kind of like opening stuff here before we get into this, but to bear with me. So opening housekeeping here is this is a PvP campaign, and as such, I want to make sure that we all kind of like check ourselves at the door and make sure we do our best to not leave the sessions really mad at each other or anyone mad at you. It's perfectly fine for your characters to be mean and nasty and stab each other and to argue and bicker and all that stuff. But just make sure you check in with each other and make sure that everyone is okay. Okay. This applies to both the opposite team as well as internally within your own team. Probably more so even internally, honestly, if things go awry. Also, as the officiant of a PvP campaign, please, please, please give me your patience and the benefit of the doubt when calls are made not in your favor. It will happen, and it will suck, and I'm sorry. In other campaigns, when I side with a player for doing a crazy or creative thing, it only benefits players, basically, right? But in this case, it will most likely also hurt someone else. So please don't take it personally. I want you all to succeed and have fun doing the things you enjoy doing with your characters. So please, if possible, direct all of your anger towards my in-game avatar, which does exist, and not me personally.
Is there like a punching bag of it?
There's a person I've created for the game I'm bringing in that is basically the game master of the games. So don't punch them; they will hurt you. But yeah. But I assure you, I am not trying to screw anyone over or make things unfair for anyone. And I will have to make some truly difficult decisions in the heat of the moment. And if you do feel something is genuinely unfair or against, past practice or rules, you are completely within your rights to get a single rebuttal to try and overturn the decision. Okay, that's totally fine. Okay, if you're like, oh, but actually, this just happened, or whatever. Oh, but the rules on grappling, whatever, say this. That's totally fine. Okay, but after that one rebuttal, I will not be taking any further discourse in the matter, and it'll be closed. And I ask that you all respect that. Otherwise, we're gonna be just constantly, always arguing about everything all the time. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of things moving all the time. I want to try and keep things moving as much as possible, basically. Additionally, there are some rule changes for Fight for the Future from previous campaigns that some of you have played in before. The number one, most important, is the critical hit, death, and dismemberment dice will not be making an appearance in this campaign for a multitude of reasons. The obvious one being that the Vorpal instant kill die is a dumb thing to have for PvP. That's just asking for trouble, and I don't want that on my head. Pun intended. The next one is the Omega loops are currently operating outside of the flow of time, and so the rules will be altered. Upon activation, they will instantly drain 1d6 sanity and regain 1d100 HP, as well as all of your ability slots. The same system will also apply to all other forms of non-wish resurrection, such as Rings of Resurrection or Revivify. Okay, so all of you people with cleric spells out there, use Revivify. It's still gonna drain their sanity. All right, so just a heads up for that. So dying still sucks. Being of sanity, everyone's sanity has been reset and re-rolled. Should any character have their sanity hit 5 or lower, they will have disadvantage on all mental checks and saving throws, which is charisma, wisdom, intelligence, and sanity for the rest of the game. Should their sanity reach 0 at any point, they will automatically fail any mental check or save using those statistics. So sanity is a really big deal. If you all look at the bottom of your sheet, your sanity is at the bottom of your skill sheet. And some of you have higher sanity than others since it's based on other skills. So keep a note of that. And in order to change your sanity, remember that you go into it's a custom skill, so you just go in and you just change the number manually whenever that happens, okay? Sanity checks will happen kind of randomly depending on what happens in the game, but I also have some that are built in to some of the challenges and such as well. Also, insight rolls against other players will be rolled only by me, the DM, on behalf of the players, right? The player countering the roll will roll deception or persuasion without announcing which one it is, but they will message me which one it is, okay? So I know kind of what that interaction is supposed to look like, right? Also, critical failing insight checks will have some special fun results, which we'll get into later, hopefully. We'll see. Next on the list here is those with influence spells, that are spells that are like command, suggestions, right? If they are used on other players, you will be required to make a sanity check on top of everything else listed as part of the ability or spell. And failing your check will reduce your sanity by 1 point. Okay? Last thing on the agenda here is Discord channels. The text channels have been locked to their respective teams, and I would encourage you all to tab over to your team's text channel so that you can converse in private with your party members to strategize as we're playing. So everyone, please make sure to keep an eye on that for potentially vital information from team members as you're playing. That being said, it's boring enough if all conversations are done via text, so please don't just metagame by using information that you overhear from the other team and your character shouldn't know, okay? Right? Like if the other team is talking about something and your character is not there, don't try and use that against them or something, okay? Try and keep it, above board if possible. That's a lot of things, I know, and I'm going to post them right now into the Discord channel. We put it under, I'll do announcements. I think it's important enough for that. I'll do an at every one for you guys. Okay. It's too long to post? Let's see. Oh, hold on. It doesn't want to post correctly. Hang on 1 second here for it to format into Discord. I have to page break this manually. Inside Discord channels. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Yeah. There we go. It's in the announcements tab. And I forgot an important thing of D&D real quick, so hang on. I forgot dice, so hang on. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Failure is a DM.
Is there a text channel that all of us share?
General.
General, yes, it would be general.
Okay. All right, so that was a lot that I went over just real quick here. So any questions about any of those rules in particular going forward here?
There we go.
Yeah, I don't understand anything.
Perfect. Welcome to the group.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know what?
Are we?
Even if I was supposed to have information, I'm still not using it because I'm dumb.
Okay. That's
I have
your
a question.
Go for it.
Are we allowed to say persuasion instead of deception so that we don't cause any triggers but still treat it as deception?
Well, you'll tell me if it's persuasion or deception.
Well, yeah, I meant like for the players.
I don't know what you mean still.
Well,
So,
because
like-
on D&D Beyond, it like shows what you roll.
Oh, you can do a GM roll to me.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, on
Alright.
your
Yeah,
like,
I forgot it
um,
does that.
In the chat, like if someone wants to insight me and I say I'm using persuasion when I'm actually using deception, would I still say it's persuasion even though it's not?
you wouldn't say
You
it all.
don't have to say which.
You don't say
yeah,
you don't say it all.
say
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just ask you to give me a counter check basically.
right.
And then you'll roll the appropriate check if it's persuasion or deception. You don't need to say either way.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. Let me pull up D&D Beyond. I can see the chat log actually here real quick. Oh, I have 2 campaigns to monitor. Okay, hang on. That's right. You guys are in different campaigns. I did that on purpose, by the way, too, so that you guys don't see each other's roles potentially too. Also, that brings up something else. I need you guys to tell me your roles, rather than me assuming that I'm going to see your role. I have a lot to look at. I'm also monitoring multiple campaigns, and so the only thing it will be so even like so just verbally tell me all your roles unless it's like a secret role. Okay, and then I'll be looking through and checking. Make sure you always announce your roles because I have too much to look at.
And the insight rolls are the only secret rolls we know about right now. Right?
Probably, yeah. That's the most likely contender. Yeah, is that it'll
Or
be
in deception and
Yeah.
that type of a.
Yeah.
And actually, when we do that, if we use D&D Beyond, you're going to see it, and will you know what skill we used? So we don't have to tell
it
you
should
that?
say it should say yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
Yeah. Let me hold on. It's been a while.
I can do a roll if you want to see.
game log. Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion check here. Up.
All right, so let's
Pull
see.
the game log up on both these guys.
All right. Trying to think. You have to right click on it, right? Yeah. Okay. There we go.
To do a GM roll.
Yeah. I just did it, and there we go.
Yep, I see it. It hasn't
Okay.
been. Yep, there we go. Jeez, Louise, you wasted a good number.
I know. It's too bad. Yep. That's it
Well,
for the.
that's how
for
it
the
goes.
night,
That's it for the night. That's all right.
maybe for the year.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's it. Really
That's
good
it.
roll of the game.
Yep, that's it. All right. So, any other questions about all that stuff before we go? I mean, and I'll I'll explain more stuff as we go too. Right.
Yeah, I'm only gonna ask the questions when it gets to the part because
I assume so, and that's fine.
listen, I have to know what I don't understand first.
It's mostly the most important things for you to know is that we are not using the death and dismemberment dice that you guys are have both been using in both campaigns.
I don't think I've ever personally been able
It's
to
fine.
use
I
them,
know.
so-
Yeah.
I never even got to use them.
I know.
Yeah,
Fine.
exactly.
That's right. Casters don't use them as much because they don't roll attack rolls; they roll saving throws, or
Yeah.
like, you know,
Never
yeah.
Usually.
Mhm.
All right. So, with that,
Doesn't hurt me.
it doesn't hurt you. Yeah.
I'm not hurt.
With that, let's go ahead and begin the campaign here proper. Is everybody who needs to be in game or on stream? First of all,
Yeah.
I'm in game.
Yes, we are.
All I see is water in the game. Is that normal?
you're gonna want to move your camera around until you find the house.
Okay.
For some reason,
you know,
Tailspire just drops you into like the bottom of the map usually, and I don't know how to tell it where to have it start. You know, like here's where you're supposed to like start your character, you know, or your camera or whatever. I don't know how to do that. I don't think there's an option for it, so you might have to move around a bunch to locate it. If you look at the stream, you can see where you're supposed to be, just as a
I
reference
see.
point. You should just look like the house basically.
Gotcha.
All right. So we set our story up first with a brief history lesson of the universe. You know, just a little bit of light reading here. So, yeah, exactly. At the dawn of space and time, Ao, the overgod, created 3 greater gods: Kronos, Tanibris, and Fate, each with a different task. Over the eons of creation, it grew more and more apparent that Kronos and Tanibris were increasingly becoming unable to coexist. Their feud nearly destroyed the universe. According to the Edicts of Gods, they are no longer able to directly confront each other, and so they have each selected champions to represent them. These champions must use all of their skills, cunning, and charm to best the other side and convince the representative of AO that their side is in the right. Only one of these greater deities will be allowed to hold onto this status and power. Thus begins the fight for the future. So, a door opens at a small, simple cottage, and a dark-skinned man with flowing white hair kept in loose dreadlocks walks out to his mailbox. Hold on. Here we go.
We got some slice of life anime here.
Yeah, there we go.
Like a sad slice of life, or
I hope not.
Aren't they all?
His round bottle cap sunglasses reflect the morning sun as he sips on a steaming hot cup of something. He reaches into the mailbox and pulls out a large stack of letters, all handwritten in a thick and elegant gold font in an unknown language. He sorts through it, each letter appearing to invoke a different emotion within him: joyfulness, sadness, stern resignation, even one that makes him laugh out loud. He doesn't appear to need to even open the letters to know what their contents is. He gets to the final letter and he lingers on it. He takes it in hand and he walks over and sits down on a bench in front of a small stream outside of his cottage. His face shows a great and overwhelming sadness. He sits there and thinks aloud. You were supposed to be the best of them, to pave the path before the rest. And yet, after all this time, after all the chances you've been given, this is the path you've chosen for yourself and all of creation? So be it. This is what must be. You and your brother can no longer coexist, or everything is at risk. This will be the final chance, a test of wills and a test of legacy. The edicts must be followed, or only chaos and void will be left. What will remain is yet to be seen by others, though I already know the results, the blessing and curse of eternity. He heaves a heavy sigh and he wipes a tear from underneath his glasses. Well, better get to work. I have a whole universe to reshape. It's time to set the future into motion. And with that, he gets up, snaps his fingers, and a new letter appears in his hand, and he places it in the mailbox and raises the red flag. Then he walks forward and over the bridge on the stream and steps out into starlight. The small cottage is surrounded by these whirling, unending heavens, and stars shoot past, and strange celestial creatures of impossible size soar through the rifts in space. As the man walks on splashes of incandescent light that appear under his bare feet, he stops for a moment, contemplatively, before smiling to himself. With all ends come new beginnings. If this is how the threads of destiny are bound together, why not make things a bit more interesting, shall we? He snaps his fingers again, and a black letter scattered with glowing stars appears in his hand, and he flings it like a throwing star out into the heavens. The cosmos beats with the music of 1,000,000,000 billion songs. It is in the air, the water, the sunlight, the very fabric of space and time itself. I wonder which will be the appropriate song for this, the next pivotal moment of creation. He thinks for a moment, and then he smiles. He waves his hand and a golden disc appears in it, which he places on a device on his arm. He places on some chunky headphones on his head and presses the play button. And as he does so, he removes his sunglasses and reveals his eyes that look like an infinite pool of sequential galaxies that flash with brilliant light. Then, as Ao, the overgod and watcher of all life, walks, he begins to dance to a song only he can hear and that you mere mortals will have to wait to hear. This isn't the kind of story that gets an intro, but it is one that gets one hell of an ending. Welcome to F3, Fight for the Future.
Boo.
Oh,
I liked it.
you're free to leave. No, I'm just kidding. You're not free to leave.
Like,
I've trapped you in this room with me. Yeah.
I was just listening, going, "Wow, I really disagree with his tactics here." He's basically just saying, since you guys can't get along, and I failed as a parent to teach you to be ethical, just fight it out so the bully wins.
Just duke it out.
Yeah, obviously.
Have you
Uh,
read
It is a
any
plan beyond
mythology?
comprehension.
Yeah, I think so far he doesn't comprehend it.
Trevor, I'm stuck on waiting on GM.
Okay.
What's happening?
Hang on. Try that.
Hold on. I don't see anybody.
You might need to move your camera potentially.
No. Like there's no like minis whatsoever in my thing.
It happened to me earlier. I had to reboot the game, not the computer.
I just rebooted it.
Or just go back to the main menu and go back into the campaign. Yeah, it happened to me earlier on the last map I was in. I'm not sure.
This is why I stopped trying to manage that while also trying to pay attention.
Yeah.
I can't do both.
I will say that this session in particular is not super important that you're in game necessarily. In Tailspire, you can watch stream if necessary. This is mainly a RP and narrative session.
That's what I have to do anyway.
Yeah. So Maddox, Iota, Riptide, and Ialea, you all lounge around Freya's Grove, enjoying your moments of quiet as best. Glade?
You said it was a glade.
I did. You know, you're right, and I rewrote this 7 times, changing it, and I thought I got it right the last time. My mistake. I will try again. Here we go. Ready? Maddox, Iota, Riptide, and Ialea, you all lounge around Freya's Glade, enjoying your moments of quiet as best you can, with the knowledge that you are to be called upon by Tanibris, the Great Sun. The boon that marks you comes with a great gift, but also a terrible weight. You have talked circles around how to get out of the arrangement you stumbled into, and came up with no solution but to press forward and fulfill your duty. A few months previously, you began to explore the surrounding area of this new world you found yourselves in. You've done a few odd jobs for the locals, cleanse curses, slayed monsters, bless babies, that sort of thing. In the process, you picked up a new ally, a dad named Giver, who has a very strange baby. He joined your ranks and even agreed to come along with you when you were inevitably called upon. So, Giver, please introduce yourself to the group.
All right. My name is Giver. I'm a Shadar Kai. I know none of you know what that is, but essentially, it's complicated. I'm probably the most tan of all of my species, and that's saying a lot because I'm still pretty pale. I have black hair. I have black eyes. I think the only thing not black are my fingernails because I don't like to keep them dirty. And with me is my child, Aggie, or Agatha. You get the idea. Yeah, she's a tiefling, purple tiefling, and she is my pride and joy, even though she's definitely the sin of pride, because of not much else to say.
She's pretty.
All right, hang on. My computer's frozen again. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't know how big she was if she was, but I made her that small. So,
Sorry.
If you're looking stream, I made your kid very small. Yes.
Are you holding a turkey leg?
Where is she?
Next to your
What
mini.
a cute jumper!
I don't know where my mini is.
You're
does it
all
matter?
next to the big house, or the big house, the smaller house.
I don't know if somebody wants to go grab someone, but Iota came online.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Iota, live!
Oh, yeah. Yep. There he
Oh,
is.
Oh.
He said, I
probably
didn't put out his
forgot.
interest. Oh, he can't make it. Okay.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I do not see my mini.
You
Yeah, I
should.
don't see any of the
Really
minis.
mini. Oh, I see
It's
minis.
probably glitched out. You might need to
Oh.
reload
Trevor, I'm still
the...
waiting on GM.
Oh, okay.
Did you put
players
in
to-
the code?
Yes, I did. I'm just like, I was just there waiting to see anything.
I said summon players to board, so you should be able to come in.
I can't.
I guess I'll try going to mini menu.
Man. Oh, Tailspire. Oh, Tailspire. We're trying so hard to use you. It seems
I'm
to.
not trying.
No, you're not trying. Some
I'm
of us
just
are trying.
watching.
Yeah.
You try very hard, and I'm glad someone tries very hard, and I'm glad it's not me.
I finally remembered I still have it installed.
I do
All
too.
right, just waiting on GM.
You
I
too?
do have it up, and I am at the right spot, but
players
I
to
Well, I
also
just
cannot
logged in
see.
and logged.
Oh, okay.
I logged out and logged
Yeah,
back in.
I still cannot see minis.
There
jeez.
there was a key command to refresh the screen that would sometimes
Oh, is there?
pop. I'm remembering like back when we first started our campaign and we were using all those mods.
Okay, there is a
Yeah.
Control T which says show minis.
Oh, yes, you're correct. That is right. Try and do Control T. That should reload the minis. That should hopefully
Everyone's
work.
just going back and looking at all those old instructions. From
This is
Right.
this is something I had when I tried.
We tried it too.
Tailspire, and I had so much trouble with it that I decided not to use it.
Oh, that's
But,
no.
I
The
cannot see
Control
it.
T is only
Is
for
it
the
the
mod.
house with the roof?
Okay.
It's the small house, the little cottage at the end of like the walkway, near the big door that is exploding, basically.
you can look at the live stream and see what it looks like if you wanna.
Yeah, and if
know
you
what
can't
you're
get it to
looking for.
work
Good
today,
idea.
we can try and figure out a solution next time, and you can watch live stream. Yeah, most people
That
watch
is
live
weird.
stream.
I do not see any minis except on the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah, none of us do.
yeah, okay.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do.
Control T doesn't work.
I might have to
Iante's working though.
Yeah, I can see him because I'm watching the live
I
stream.
have F2 says reset. I don't know what that.
Let me go to hold on, me real quick. Let me pull everybody to the Mana Forge. This is not a map for our campaign, so don't get excited or terrified.
All right.
Oh, it's here.
Oh, this is
and-
from the dragon battle thingy.
This is
just
where
says
Cassie got
waiting
pulled
on
to.
GM.
Underdark.
It just is
Yeah.
waiting on GM for me.
Here, summon
This
players
is
to this
Ralph
board real
right
quick.
here.
We pull you here. This is
Oh.
this is the this is basically the upside down.
Oh.
It's the flip side.
Oh, very pretty.
Okay, so I pulled you here. Let me pull you back. F3 players played. I mean, we're only on this map momentarily. The main map we're on is not going to be this one. So,
Okay.
let me
You
do
just want to
this
see
one.
the minis.
I know.
I spent so much.
All
so
right,
much
you're
time
being
making
pulled.
it.
I know.
I don't see it.
All right, just watch stream
Oh,
then.
well.
Just watch stream.
Yep, watching stream.
Sorry,
Alright.
sorry.
Damn it.
Yeah. You've also never had any players before on the Tailspire, but yeah, we also just in general usually give up
I was
on
there.
getting other players to see stuff. But
Yeah.
and if I can't get people to see it on the main map, I'll reload my thing too. Okay, so anyways, here is what the Horsemen believe that they know about the feud between Kronos and Tanabris. And I'm going to deafen the Omega Corp agents for this, because it's not information that they know. So,
Oh.
I thought we
exactly.
were about to be like, it's a 6, it's a 9, you're both wrong, it's an 8.
So let's see.
What?
It's you, server deafen,
Deaf you.
deaf you,
Oh.
yeah, server
Sounds
deafen,
like we're deaf.
and server deafen, and server deafen. That's all of you, right?
Is
That's 1,
symbiote
2, 3,
maybe
4,
part of
5.
it?
What?
Just a random idea. The symbiotes thing, is that maybe why we can't see the minis?
Oh, maybe.
Do we have
Can I turn
to-
off the
do
menu?
we have to accept that?
Maybe. Hold on. Let me get rid of my symbiotes.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. They're turned off now, so it shouldn't be the issue. Potentially reload
Okay.
your thing. Okay, so here's what you guys know about the feud between Kronos and Tanabris. So, both Kronos and Tanabris were in love with Fate, and she appeared to be favoring Kronos, and it was clouding both of their judgment when it came to the destiny of mortals. So combining the powers of fate and time together was unhealthy, and it meant that they were able to see too much of the future together and change the direction of the destiny of the world to fit their desires. So instead of being the passive keepers of the universe as they were intended to be, Tanabris believed them to be shaping it in their image, which was a heresy against Ao above all else. So as the deity of justice, among other things, Tanabris knew he had to stop them from usurping Ao's creation, so they were clever, and proof was hard to come by, and so he was bound by his oath of justice justice. So he couldn't just, do something against them without having concrete evidence. So instead, he devised his own clever way to put a stop to it. And he convinced Kronos to temporarily give up his powers to Sindor, who is who's currently the Steward of Time, so he could become a mortal and experience the gifts of fate, basically. He basically talked Kronos into giving up his immortality so he could experience what it felt like to be within fate's kind of like influence, right?
Boy.
Tanabris's goal was to work with Sindor during this time to limit the power of Kronos for when he regained his powers. When Kronos became mortal, however, other lesser gods found out about it and took advantage of this time to kill Kronos while he was in mortal form. When Fate found out about the death of Kronos, she lashed out at Tanabris and blamed him for what happened. She convinced Ao to banish him to the edge of the universe for his perceived crime. If Kronos is reinstated as deity of time, he will most likely go back to using his bond with fate to remove free will from mortals. Any questions?
Ah,
Man,
so
that is like
very nice. Very
insane.
nice.
I like where you're. It's good.
Where do I wonder what we would be like without free will?
Wait, and
Well,
and
way
we
to find
all-
out. All right, I'm going to
Our
bring.
characters
think
know
about it.
this,
All right, say again.
or no? So like Riptide knows all this. We
Yes,
discovered
this is the information you
No.
have gleaned basically about.
I'm assuming
this.
I've been told this.
Yes,
Yes.
you've been brought into the fold. You all
Alright.
know this, okay? Also, this is not necessarily information you want to share with Megacores. Just a heads up. They are still deafened.
Alright.
Okay.
Also, just real quick on Giver. Was Giver like? Did Tanabris tell us like Giver's part of this, or did we just like run into this dude and his like demon child?
You just ran
And
into
we were
him.
just like, hey.
It's devil, actually.
That's very mean. Okay.
Oh god damn it!
All right.
Differences.
Any questions about the lore before I bring back the rest of the people?
No.
Everybody clear?
No, that's-
Okay.
yeah.
You can ask
I'm
questions
clear.
later, but yeah, okay. All right.
Alright.
Bringing them back in one by one here. All right, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Okay. All right.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so everybody's back in. So horseman, including Giver, because you're now a horseman. I want you each to detail out one specific thing that your character feels personally accomplished for doing during the last several months when you kind of been together, right? So whoever wants to go first, or I can call on somebody, up to you.
Me, because
All right,
Trevor
yeah.
helped me figure this shit out.
Perfect.
It's not like we talked about this literally the other day.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. For Aelia, her personal achievement is that there's a plague sweeping the land and it was spreading between the trees. So what we did, what she did is she just burned the area around where the plague was kind of. I don't know. It just burned the area around it to kind of contain it, and then so that it couldn't go any further. And then because it was so ravenous, it ate itself to death.
Excellent. Yeah, so you contained a very highly infectious plague, basically, that with using your fire. And I assume that the locals were very sketched out about the plan at first to burn down the forest to try and save the town. But it worked out quite well. Excellent. All right.
Thank you, Trevor.
Yeah, no problem. All right, who's next?
I can go.
All right, go ahead, Max.
So I went on a little trip to visit my sister and my niece and my other friend that are running the inn that I purchased called the Paladin's Journey.
Oh, yeah.
And come to find out that there was a undead manifestation called the Eye of Fear and Flame that was plaguing the city and causing a lot of good people to do really horrible things, convincing them to do evil things to stop other evil things that would be they would consider worse from happening. I came in and confronted it, investigated, trapped it, and eventually decapitated it and removed its eyes, which I still have in my satchel for trade at some point. But you know how I am.
Gotta keep the eyes.
Things. I'm always about harvesting something from the beasties I take down. With the T-Rex.
Nothing weird at all about that. Don't worry.
There's one in every party. I
It's
swear
at
to
least
God.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it you?
Yeah. It's debatable which one it is in a microphone at this point. I think you have two of them in your guys' party. Honestly, I don't know. Awesome. All right. Riptide. You're muted, dude.
Riptide.
There you
I'm muted.
go.
Oh no, Riptide died. No. I'm sorry, just kidding.
So yeah, the big accomplishment for me was over the past while. Had a new bounty hunter contract come up to catch the known as the octopus, and I managed it to after a long fight and track him all around the place. Finally got him, and I killed him. And upon killing him, I learned that his tentacles were not like part of him, and they were part of something else. And I gained the ability to summon them.
Oh, very nice. So was he like an octopus person, or is it just his name is the octopus?
Yeah, he was like an octopus person.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
But
Doc
not
Ock,
like
yeah.
a mind flayer, like more like an octopus.
Yeah, okay. Awesome.
And he
Fantastic.
talked and stuff. And he had a
Talking
hat.
octopus.
He had a top hat.
Yeah, top hat?
Yeah.
It's canon now.
He was a very
Riptide
evil
only
octopus.
killed people with top hats, so watch out, everybody. it's,
Well, I murdered him, but he may have others. It's
Yeah.
unknown.
Killed him. You didn't
there's
murder
top
him.
hats everywhere you look. Oh no.
It was
Oh
just what you
no.
I hunted him down.
Giver, do you have one?
Do I have
Like
something
Yeah, like a cool narrative basically about something you feel perfectly accomplished
no
for.
achievements.
It's just
His
it's
child
done
is
nothing in life.
Well, besides traveling away from his home,
Changing
he did a quest for his patron, and the patron decided he's ready to step up his dad game, and just gave him a book of dad jokes he's been trying to recite like a Bible.
That is awesome.
Perfect.
Also, I'll help the stepdad stepped up. Yeah, huh? Okay, all right. You've already come out with something in there by accident.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that perfect parents were jokesters. I thought they were serious.
Oh. Oh.
No, life is not a joke. You should not take everything a joke.
Yeah, you should. It's every other thing. Yeah, every other thing. You're good. Yeah. All right. And Iota is not here. She doesn't get a thing, unfortunately. But
He did amazing stuff.
he did such
amazing.
cool things with macaroni and cheese art.
Amazing.
He's actually finishing up his last one now.
Oh yeah, you're not done yet. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not done yet.
Not
He's-
done yet, that's why.
He's wrapping
Yeah.
up some things, you know,
Feeling
the
his gun while
kids,
looking
he's
down the
delivering
barrel.
them from the burned down orphanage to their family.
Oh man, there's so many orphans he's saving right now.
He graduated university. He is going for his doctorate. You know.
And somebody needed to go get milk.
Yes. So
So that's why he's not here.
Yeah.
He also ran for office.
He's mayor of Whoville or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If orphans were from the sea, would they be orphans?
Just for that, I'm killing you first.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
Trevor,
you
I would like to roll
try.
initiative now.
You like to see you try. Okay.
That was not intentional.
But I made it intentional.
God.
Everyone roll initiative. No, all right. As you all sit around enjoying a sunny afternoon, the mail arrives via Mail Demon, and you each receive a letter, which I will DM to each of you now. So please
See you
hold.
in hell, prick.
Why can't you just put it in the chat?
You guys got
Because,
the ones with the black envelope because you're the
you don't-
evil team.
You aren't required to share your letter with anybody. so I'm not gonna put it in the general chat.
No, sorry, not general. The horseman chat. Sorry, that's what I meant.
But again, you're not
My
just share your
character
letter with
finds
anybody.
no
So
irony in telling the
Gotcha.
male demon to see him in hell.
hang on. Oh, I can't do riptides. I can't do. I have riptides. Okay, where's riptide?
Oh, Riptide is dead.
That is dead. No, he's fine. Sure, it's the right person, right? Yes. Okay.
What is my baby doing right now? I just realized.
I know, just sitting down, chilling, making coffee, drinking
Sucking
coffee.
on a dummy.
I mean, just eating a,
Looks like he's
just
waving.
asking
Is
for
that-
that chicken leg.
Yeah, is that
I'm
a chicken leg
curious
you're holding,
about
or
yours.
That's a rattle. I couldn't find. It was a maracas technically, but I couldn't find a rattle
I
model.
thought it was a chicken.
I did too. Oh, it's fantastic. That
I was like, oh, nice chicken leg.
all right.
Find you a live chicken later. Yeah, she just eats a whole chicken.
It's a whole chicken just unhinges her mouth and just jaw just rah. Yeah.
Please don't.
As you are all reading your letters, a rather crusty old wizard appears out of the long dormant teleportation tree. And he approaches you and introduces himself. Greetings, champions of Tadabris. I am Radovin the Wizard Lawyer, and you have been served! And he throws down a piece of paper on the table you were gathered around. Move him over here.
Wait, where's the table?
Is this because I told all those male demons that I'll see them in hell?
Man, I thought you were gonna literally serve them.
Oh man, not again.
No, they
They
get that all the
got
time! That's
Oh my
typical.
God.
That's just a hello to them. You
no.
four are to appear immediately without delay to the neutral ground outside of both space and time and fulfill your legal and I can't say that word, cosmically, there we go, binding obligation to represent your deity as their chosen champion, as per Article 12, Section 3 of the Edicts of Gods. Which, in summary, states that no deities above a certain level may engage directly with each other in order to preserve the balance of the universe. According to your cosmic agreement, you are to, and I quote, represent the deity whom you represent to the best of your abilities in a series of trials such that a winner can be determined and a resolution can be reached between that of your deity and that of another champions group's deity. You are bound to adhere to this call as long as yourself exists, you have mortal or immortal form to fulfill them, and your deity exists within some form of reality. Failure to do so, to represent your deity, or be found to be putting in less than your maximum effort, or results in the obliteration of your immortal frame for exactly 1 eon, as your spiritual essence is held in a very hot, boiling pot of molten rubber tires and cat feces, and the only sense available to you is that of smell. Activate
my
the
God.
sigil on the paper when you're ready to depart, and I will meet you at the chosen destination. And
Wait, a few questions.
Yeah, I got a question too.
I
But,
didn't
go
say I
ahead,
had
though.
questions available, but fine. I have nowhere else to be whatsoever.
Oh, first of all, I just want to know, where does the baby go in all of this? Like, is she part of the fight, or is she just going to be watching? And
You can
who's
shove
going to
your baby
say?
up whatever hole you wish, sir.
Wow,
Okay,
that's rude.
hold me back, hold me back.
Oh, that's rude.
yeah.
I'm lightly like pushing you forward. That's what it is.
You are so lucky you are above the law, even though you are clearly
I
below
am the law,
me.
sir. I am Radovin, the wizard motherfucking lawyer.
He's a redditor. Oh no.
It's a
You're as
redditor.
lawful as a rogue.
So, is that it? Do you have another thing to ask, or are you good?
Well, I also want to know where I stand in all of this, as I'm technically a third party member.
I don't actually know who you are, but you're not bound to this arrangement. I would suggest you get on your likely very humdrum life, be honest with you. If you wish to join them as a supporting member, you are legally allowed to do so without being soul-bound to the arrangement. A maximum of 5 participants are allowed in each challenge of champions. However, you probably should run.
Well, I'm done running. I already traveled so much. I am at the very least, even if I couldn't participate, I'd just watch.
Watching is fun.
I mean,
Especially
yeah,
people
have you
sleep.
had
I mean, what?
What?
I mean, have
What?
you seen a baby sleep? It is pretty cute.
That's true.
I want to know what would happen if one of the Megacorp agents right now said Radovan, Radovan, Radovan.
Oh no!
Read it backwards.
I have to go all of a sudden. Oh dear. And so he has put down a written agreement that you all are supposed to sign your names upon in order to fulfill your contract.
I go sign.
All right.
Is this
You know,
different?
I have a
No,
side
guys-
question, though. What creature is Iota now? What kind of race is he?
I have no idea
Iota
what
is
creature
a
he is now.
GIF. He's a GIF, which is
Is he
a
now? Okay.
hippopotamus
Hippo
person.
person.
Hippo person, yes. I can't
Is
say
he the
hippopotamus.
hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus.
The
Yes.
Hippopotamus.
Yes.
Okay.
Hippopotamus.
And just to be clear, I read the contract. Does it say I'm a watcher or a active participant?
If you sign it, you're going to be an active participant, but you're not soul bound to it. So you will, if you fail or whatever, you won't be boiled in oil, basically, or cat tires.
The
and-
tires and the cat feces.
Yeah, he's not
smelling
cat
it.
tires.
You know what?
know,
Maybe
I'm sure I should get a nanny position if I were in hell.
Quite right.
I'm sure.
There's actually a shortage right now.
No. I'll do.
Oh,
I'll
Iota's not
consider
here,
that when
right?
I'm dead.
Iota's
Good.
not here. I'll sign Iota's name too in his. I'm
It's
forging
totally
his
legal.
signature.
Okay. Totally fine.
I've seen him write so many times. I know how it is.
Also, his signature has changed because he's a hippo now, so his hand's changed. So nobody's gonna know.
Yeah. You know,
And
I'm
you
just-
know, guys,
Oh.
an eon is not that long of a time, is it?
And
It's
doesn't
like
count.
it's like 10 times an elf lives, which is technically longer than my baby can live. I know how long archdevils live, actually.
the thing is, the only sense we'll have is smell, which means we won't feel the pain. So hey, it could be worse.
Cool. Honestly.
Technically, I'm not bound to that.
Sure, go ahead. Let's
so you
go.
might feel the pain.
Do we get money from this?
Beyond is a billion years.
So we got two
Wow.
letters.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so
Or we-
the personal letter and then this letter.
Yeah, you got mail
Yeah.
delivery from this is the personal letter, and then this guy showed up who served you personally a letter.
Okay.
Yeah.
With papers.
Who does it? Who did you
Yes.
serve
Yes,
again? What's his
sir.
name? Radagast?
Where
Rad-
are we supposed to
Radovan.
find the letter? Personal letter?
I didn't
In
give you
our
one.
Direct messages.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you don't
Fair
have any
enough.
letters.
Sorry.
You don't-
All right. I just screw it. If I can find some babysitters, I can probably sign this. I need to call someone.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people to watch your child up in the Nexus. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's totally
Capable people.
child-proof everywhere.
There's this person
No
who makes
pointy
stable,
objects
I bet she'd
anywhere.
be good at it.
So Radovan, do you work for the government or the gods?
I work for
There's a
myself, sir.
He's a freelancer.
Does that mean that
He's a sole
if
proprietor.
you don't
I
work for
am the
a
law.
community, what is law but a government?
Shit. I
This is
didn't
too
sign
deep
up
a
for political
conversation for
shit.
my like, sir.
Just sign it. I'm fine.
Do you want to
again,
engage in
again.
glorious blood sport or not?
I take
Is there a
my
reward?
finger, I bite it.
I can
with one of
interview
my-
the babysitter. Yes.
Fine, we will find you an appropriate babysitter once we arrive.
A
Alright,
nanny, a
deal.
caregiver.
All right, so you've all signed the document?
Yes.
Yeah, with
Excellent.
Iota's forged signature too, and it's
Yes.
fine. He
All right.
signed it too. He signed it too.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll sign it. I bite my fingers so there's some blood, and I sign it in blood. Assuming
That
that's
wasn't
what we're supposed
necessary.
to do.
Oh my, no, that's so unsanitary. Why does everyone do that? Whenever I show up with a contract, everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna use blood. No, don't do that. Don't do, okay. Well,
Now we know who the extra one
it's
is.
legally binding, true, but it's very gross. Please stop. Everyone stop.
We spit on it.
Don't you work with male demons? Don't they do that all the time?
Male demons are very proper.
Sure.
All right.
Uh,
So what
okay.
happens now?
All right. So once you guys all. Once you guys, no, I don't know why I have an accent now. Once you guys all said,
It's the jackass voice.
yeah. Oh. Once you guys all sign your names or forge name, the paper begins to glow and you vanish out of the area. And now we're gonna go ahead and I know it's very effective for transportation. It's great. Now we're gonna go ahead and move over to our next group here.
Does it feel like jumping into the portal?
Oh no, it feels like you're going into a bunch of really wet jello.
Ugh.
Okay, just gonna say immediately, this place is sick.
I like Jello.
That's pretty
You
cool.
like jello?
I see winged horse statues and
And
TV.
flat-screen TVs.
Is that a
man.
horse
That's
or
my,
a
my-
goat?
My jam right there.
Oops.
It's like
Okay.
Times Square.
Yeah.
The-
All right. Actually, I have a thing
Oh,
I
it
can
is
do.
a goat. Or goat. I mean horse. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dang.
All right.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hey, Mr.
oh,
Ned.
wow.
All right, Mr. Ned, Ianthe, and Cassie, you are eating at the recently expanded and renamed restaurant Terra Bites, the taste of Terra Essentia, in Omega Nexus. I apologize for none of my puns. With several other Omega Corp's agents, such as Krondar, Pegada, Lupi, and Atlas, which can be found at the back of the room.
God damn.
Immediately, Atlas is the cutest.
Of course. You have all had several more smaller missions under your belt at this point and are feeling more comfortable with the idea of dipping in and out of time to save the world. You've added a few more members to your ranks and have
You say
been...
comfortable, but I hear Stockholm Syndrome.
Well, tomato, tomato. I mean, you eat both of them. And so you've added a few more members to your ranks and have been on a bit of a recruiting spree lately. Ever since bringing back Lilith with you, you realize that there's a lot less pressure on you individually. There's a lot more people to spread the weight of the timeline into. So one of the more recent additions to your group that has been nearly inseparable from your little group is a rabbit folk named Thumper, who appears to be dead set on... keep my camera messed up. There we go. There we go. I lost my place in my notes. Dead set on getting you all to join his new acrobat show, regardless of whatever perils following you into the end of time creates. Another was Pathfinder, the Fey Ursine that guided you on the recent Omega Corp's mission that stopped Lilith and Ordog. He was just a contact and not an agent until very recently, but he has proven to be an excellent addition to the team. So, you all also receive a letter in the mail, which I will send to you now. Hang on, this takes a minute to do, everybody.
Am I supposed to remember who Pathfinder is?
It's okay. You don't remember anything,
Yeah.
so.
He was the one that took us on the journey on the boat
When
In
we
the
were running
Underdark?
away from the church,
from Taft.
when we
He-
sold that priest's soul.
And didn't
I
he
mean, I
have
remember
he had
our-
Screech on his shoulder, right?
I
Yes.
don't remember that. I just remember Screech.
He did.
But I mean, how could you look at anything else?
Other than Screech? I know, that's a good point. Alrighty, and then we do this one here to pop,
The bad kids go to jail.
and where? There you are. And Ianthe, and so many people. People actually want to hear me talk. It's weird. Will show up to my games and they want to hear me say things. It's so strange. All right, and this is for Thumper, so that's going to Elizabeth.
Aww, I am the best.
You are the best. It's true sometimes, but not always.
No, always. What is
well,
this nonsense?
all
Fake
right.
news.
You're not Atlas anymore, ma'am.
Right.
I'm sorry, I got the characters mixed up.
You are Ianthe. Also, we do have Ianthe and Ialea in the same campaign, and
Oh,
I
no.
apologize in advance if I mess it up.
How dare you, Trevor?
I know. Hey, you guys both independently chose those names for each other, so for yourselves. So I mean, I can't help that.
Is it the Aya?
Yeah, it's the Aya. All right, so next, here
Immediately best friends.
here is what the Omega Corps believe that they know about the feud between Kronos and Tanipris.
Look,
And
I'm picking up on your
I
keywords
will
here, okay?
be deafening the Horseman players for this part, okay? The Horseman, you're going to be deafened for a little bit. Deafening the horse. So go ahead and deafen Giver and Ialea.
Uh-huh.
You just get Aya 1, Aya 2.
And
I'm Aya
Maddox.
2.
And Riptide. That is everyone. It's only 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. So, Omega Corps agents here. So,
hey, Horseman, let's jump over the huddle for a second since we can't
Uh-oh.
participate here.
You
Oh, that
didn't...
confused me.
they can't hear.
Oh, you
No,
can't
they're
mute
not
them.
mute,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Actually, I can do that. That's probably better just to drop them in. Hold on. Rather than to remove. That's a better idea. I'm going to do that real quick. Hold on.
What?
Because then they can talk while we do this real quick. Hang on. I'll just drag all of them into the chat, into the thing. So, I'm dragging you all into the Horseman huddle, okay? Riptide and
Pull me like a riptide.
did I grab something?
You moved Thumper over.
I did. All right. It's because I grabbed Riptide, but he'd already moved himself. So there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is what you guys believe you know about the feud between Kronos and Tanipris. So both of them were in love with Fate, but Tanipris's affection was not returned. He kept trying ever so hard, but it always seemed to be about him and not about her. He was always watching Kronos and Fate getting along so well and kept interjecting himself into the mix with uncomfortable results. He grew increasingly jealous of the two of them and what they shared, so he devised a clever way to get Kronos out of the picture so he would finally have a shot with Fate, supposedly. He convinced Kronos to temporarily give up his powers to Sindor, the Steward of Time, so he could become a mortal and experience the gifts of Fate. When Kronos became mortal, however, Tanibris sent the other lesser gods to kill him while he was in mortal form, thus getting around the restrictions put upon him as the deity of justice. When Fate found out about the death of Kronos, she lashed out at Tanibris and blamed him for what happened. Understandably so. She convinced Ao to banish him to the edge of the universe for his perceived crimes. During his time away, he became insane and his views of justice perverted. If Tanibris is allowed to return in full, he will wipe out most of life from the plane, as he has deemed them tainted by the influence of Kronos and Fate, and also that almost every small evil now is worthy of condemnation. Any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did we ever confirm that story with Khalid?
Kieran.
Who's Khalid?
Kieran.
No, it's DJ Khalid.
DJ Khalid, yes. This is the story that you're getting basically from them. So
From
Well, because we
from
know
Kronos and Tanibris.
Tiny
Kronos
Dude,
and
you know,
Kieran.
Kronos was like messed with, but we also know Khalid was messed with.
Correct. So this is their perception of events. So everybody. This is why I'm giving different sides to both of this, because each of the members of this perceived it differently.
Oh, I'm sure. I know
this is-
exactly what you're doing here.
So this is what Kieran told us and what Kronos told us?
Mostly Kieran, I would say.
Okay.
Yes. This is her accounting of events. Whereas the Horseman would have gotten their accounting events from Tanibris. Okay.
Okay. Well, certainly the
But
thing where
we
she
haven't
didn't love.
talked to anyone who saw this in person,
Well, no, she would have seen it in person.
but her memory was messed with.
Yeah, but
True.
she still saw it in person.
Yes, they
Yeah, but
all
she doesn't know
they
that.
both were there, but also remember they also were both killed and came back to life. So things are a
Exactly.
little hazy.
Who knows their insanity scores right now?
That's
I'm just
true.
saying.
But the point is, as far as we know, they did see this in person.
Yes, this is what you believe to be accurate, at least. What you think that they're telling the truth, at least. You know, you can't know for sure if their perspectives change over the years, but this is what you believe.
Well, I mean, it's not
true.
like we had a choice.
Who does?
It's not like they were like, hey, there's a war going on. What side do you want to be on? But first, let me tell you the story. It was like, hey, you're here now. Don't fuck it up.
All right. Any additional questions before I bring them back in?
So this is what our characters believe this pretty well. The players may not, but the characters really.
It's up to you
this.
how much your character believes this, but this is the story you've been told. Okay.
Okay.
And it also tracks with what you've kind of been learning a little bit along the way.
Less what my character believes and more how much does she care.
There's that too. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead.
Eat the rich.
Wait. And just to summarize, what we said that if
Eat the gods.
Hannibras wins, what's the really bad thing that's going to happen?
Right. So that's the big new revelation for the most part is that his perspective on justice, because he was the deity of justice for a long time, but he went insane, and his view on justice has changed, and he believes that basically Cronus and Fate are kind of conspiring against him and against the universe basically, and he believes that basically their influence on the timeline has corrupted it such that it's kind of just all crap at this point and needs to go, right?
So
Need to reboot it.
He's going to destroy the whole universe. Is that what it amounts to, or
a lot
Why
of
did
it
he have to
possibly?
go insane for that to happen?
So
obviously he was doing bad things before.
So
do we care if he destroys the timeline? I'm trying to figure
Well,
that out.
yeah, like how much do we care?
We exist within the timeline.
Yes,
but we won't know if it doesn't exist. We won't even be aware.
I suppose so.
Do you have friends and family?
No.
Pretty sure that's not true.
Also, because Tanabris basically has always had a tome that he basically uses as a way to keep track of basically who's good and evil and who, like scales of justice kind of thing, right? So back in the day, he would use that as a way to determine people's like sentencing and whatnot. But basically, he's been kind of just filling the book up with every little stupid little thing now. Everything small now counts for going in the book of like deserves to die kind of thing. So he kind of become unhinged in that regard as well. Okay. That is what you guys believe. Any other questions before I bring him back in?
No.
Okay. All right. And all right. Everyone's here. Okay.
Hello.
Everyone has returned. All right. So, I want each of you also just real quick because I just have to. This is Surprise, and he's my this is Surprise. I just want to. For those of you who know Surprise, he's here and he's little and he's made ice cream. Anyways.
Oh, can you show me Loopy?
Loopy is up here being a badass.
He looks like a dog.
It's the best I can do with Hero Forge.
Fairy dragon, my fairy dragon.
This is Atlas.
Is that Atlas?
Yes, this is Atlas. Yes.
He's so cool.
Can I see Pegida?
Pegida, the actual players that we're playing.
We will do that in a little bit. Yes, I will get there in a minute. But yes, okay, so
that's cool.
This is Pegida's loot of smashing broke recently, and she has taken to she broke off some of the tabletops, not tabletops, the chair tops, and has been turning them into drums and is learning drumming for now while the loot's being repaired. So she's
still the biggest and the best.
She is the biggest and the best. And here's Krondar, always lifting something.
I love it so much.
Anyways, that. Hopefully they don't know who that is. That's from another campaign we're currently running right now. Or not right now. That's the one before.
Finished.
Yeah. Yeah. And for everybody who wants to know, the other B-Sides crew is not going to be in the Nexus. These campaigns are happening simultaneously. So the other campaign that happens next week happening during this campaign. Okay. So that's why you won't see the other characters. But yeah. So there's a full-fledged crew here. Also, you did manage to get Diego and Bart back into the Nexus after being murdered. And you have a full crew here, other agents too. You know, you got Marcos
They're the two
and
green
all that
ones off
stuff.
to the left, right?
Yeah, that's the two dwarves. Clearly, the two Dragonborn are definitely dwarves.
They look the right height.
So, I get to your point there, Maddox. What I will do is when people go through and talk about what they've been doing, I'll go ahead and move the camera over to them, so you can see who it is. And also, once we leave this room here, I will only be pulling out their characters. But
Yeah, good.
So I want each of the Omega Corps agents here to go ahead and detail out one specific thing that your character feels personally accomplished for doing during the last several months, or however you want to measure time in a timeless space. Pathfinder, do you have one or no? You don't have to.
No.
Okay. I want to hear from Nomad then. From what Nomad's
Wait.
was. Papa's
Who's
playing
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder.
Okay.
But Nomad is still here, and I know he has one that he wants to talk about, I believe. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
This is Nomad. He's down here. Hold on. Get him a
Little
stool.
short little guy.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth will be very interested in this one. So what Nomad's been doing for the past couple months is that, just to give a little background for those people who weren't in our campaign, was that we had a friend called Lilith, and she was cursed with cravings for blood. And Nomad discovered this book that explained a way to remove this curse by mixing holy water from 3 deities and such. And Nomad had planned during that campaign to create a cure for Lilith, and they kind of talked about it a little bit. But before he could do that, she turned evil after being infused by dark crystal magic. She became our arch nemesis in the campaign. So then we had to fight her, but at the end of the battle, in the last campaign, Ianthe managed to remove the dark crystal magic from her. I think it was Ianthe that did that. Certainly she played a major part in it. And that removed her evil, but it didn't remove her blood cravings. So fast forward in time here. So for the past couple months, Nomad and Lilith, because they were friends before, Nomad and Lilith went to these 3 different temples to get this holy water, and they removed the curse. So she no longer is dependent upon this on blood to sustain her life or whatever it was she did. So that's what Nomad would consider his greatest accomplishment. During that time,
Saving a friend.
Yeah, I mean, he basically saved her from this curse that she's been born with. So now instead of calling her Lilith, which means night monster or something like that. I forget what it means, but something like that. That's what everybody called her when she was a child.
Mhm.
So he now calls her Lily instead, just to give her a different name.
Aw.
Aw. So now she's not, you know. So anyway, so during the time when they were out questing and such, Lilith being so powerful and everything, she taught Nomad how to enhance his magical abilities. So that's how he got
with blood. No, I'm just kidding.
No, well, she was so much more powerful than the rest of us, you know. So that's what that's what got him more powerful. But now that they've finished this quest, he has a quest on his own that he wants to do. He wants to go searching for a cure for his family who got turned into stone. And so he's trying to figure out how to get his family back, and his beloved Lupshkin, his betrothed, she's been turned to stone. He wants to turn her and the rest of his family back into normal gnomes, which is what he is.
Fantastic.
Lily's hand. I mean, what's the deal with that?
Also,
I don't know what that is.
In her hand,
Blood or fire?
it's a blood infused book. It's her spell book. And infused with
Oh,
blood
I see.
magic. Yeah.
Oh, I see her hand is underneath it. Okay, I thought those were her fingers. I'm like,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
has
yeah,
these red, like kind of webbed.
No web hand, yeah. Yeah. Also,
Okay.
eventually we need to use that mini again because it's one of the cool things I've made. Honestly, I love Lilith Mini. It's so
Ooh.
cool. Like it's
I
just
love that. It's really cool.
like yeah, like I don't know. Like her hair is really hell. Anyways, sorry, carrying on. All right,
cool.
next. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Go for it.
So,
Where's
Cassie.
Hold on, there she is.
She looks a little calmer than that right now, but
Sorry.
she had a bad week, guys. Like, it was a lot.
Look, the salmon was undercooked and she wasn't appreciative of that. All right, like.
Oh man. But in between, Cassie has been secluded with her fencing instructor. They've been brushing up on some techniques. She's also been sneaking. Well, she probably thinks she's sneaking. I don't know how successful she is. Going on double dates with Ordog and oh god, I'm blanking on his Driz.
Driz?
Yeah, they're
Hold
just
on.
going like
Double date, as
Wait,
in you're
Driz?
going on date with both of them?
yeah, like to the
Oh, no.
going on like the roller coasters and such. Like it's mostly drinking. It's like a little
Wait,
light flirting,
who's
mostly
dating
Driz?
who in this
The
double date
drow?
situation?
You're
Yeah.
talking about the drow?
Yes, Driz
Huh?
Orden, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
Driz Orden,
yes,
yeah,
the Driz,
yeah.
yes.
He made a guest appearance. And Cassie now considers him her best friend. But she also feels very protective towards Ordog because
He's a
like
dog.
they tried to kill each other. That's a bonding moment.
It's a
No,
bonding
no, no.
moment.
I need to know who's dating who in this double date.
It's a triple
Look,
date.
it's a triple date, but she
That's
calls it a
not how
double
that
date.
works. That's just called hanging out.
Look, Cassie is a gentleman. She doesn't kiss and tell. Okay,
She's a
like,
gentleman.
mostly
Oh, so it's a
hanging-
throuple?
mostly to hanging out
Oh, no.
on the roller coasters. Anything else? Like, look, it was a bad week, guys. Like, she was very stressed out. But in
Awesome.
between that, she also found time, of course, to help train some of the B squads as well, and formed a
Oh, yeah.
very protective instinct towards the B squad, to the point where, of course, when they went down and had their little mission, she very quietly followed behind, did some excellent pickpocket, and just made sure that they were getting back safe and sound. And
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Uh.
she still has to fight the urge to pet
Atlas?
Atlas.
Don't fight it. Give in.
Dragon, yeah.
Like,
He has no
oh.
problem with it. He knows what it is.
She does
Uh.
ask most of the time.
Most of the
That's
time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so Ianthe, what have you been up to?
Ianthe. That's what I called it.
Didn't do her homework.
No. I thought about it. I just didn't like type up a whole thing.
That's fine.
She. Wow, it looks crazy.
Are you think I typed that out?
Oh yeah. I'm not good at storytelling, so I don't have like a thing. She made a sanctuary of creatures. No humanoids allowed. At least no sentient humanoids. And she is their guardian.
It's cool. So you
so
have like a
she's
cool
happy?
like. Do you bought a zoo?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I was like, but what's a zoo where people aren't allowed? And I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
animal sanctuaries, like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and she also had that bag of creatures, whatever it was. Remember?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, is it in the Nexus or is it in the timeline?
It's not in the timeline, I don't think. I mean, I guess it
That makes
depends
sense.
on like what's allowed, but it would be like an area where she was like, "Hey, this is my farm. Don't come over here. Don't touch anything. These are my babies. Mine and
peep?
Impulsion.
Her peeps. Because they're baby chickens, yeah.
No, it's the Pokemon.
You have your plus
the
Lamine in.
Eternal God Pokemon.
Yes, the ones that I lost the minis for when the mod broke. Yeah, unfortunately, you do have a plus
They're
Lamine in.
still in her shirt somewhere. It's okay.
Yeah, her scarf of yeah. I don't remember. Do you still have the scarf? I don't remember if you gave it to Screech or not. I don't know.
The shirt, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Oh well.
Because I have to.
Yeah.
But I still have the badge.
Right. The vote for something. Yeah. Blarg?
Blarg.
Yes. Okay. All right. So Mr. Ned and Dr. Zed. I'll move you over here real quick.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Well, no one really knows what Ned does or what goes through his head. Even himself. So definitely, Zed has been working with an old friend of his named Marcus, just finding new materials and things to use in his infusions. And what else did I have?
Wait, it's not the Marcus, is it?
What do you mean, the Marcus?
Marcus Jasper
Whose
Anthracic
voice?
from. I want to do Marcus's voice. It's so painful. The Goblin from Heroes and Hot Dogs campaign.
No.
Okay, just checking. That's fine.
Not that Marcus.
Okay, thank God. Or continue.
No.
So you've been doing infusions, all that stuff with the doctor.
Yes.
Awesome.
You might want to explain to people what this whole deal is.
Yeah,
why
how's
there's
your
2 people
sanity
there.
going? Like,
How's your sanity? What a
So
question.
yeah, for everyone else, Ned and Zed. Zed is a doctor who fell on some hard times and then eventually was brought into a corporation that turned on him and started using him for experiments. He receded into himself and allowed Ned, his alternate personality, to take control. Turns out Ned is a bit of a psychopath, just a bit.
Just a little bit.
And I have this is for
Is it like a
all
Dr.
you-
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing?
Exactly.
Mhm.
In
Hell
fact,
yeah.
I actually have a coin that I'm going to be flipping regularly to determine which personality has control at any
Oh,
given
dang.
time.
That's cool as shit.
You know, another option would have been to do like a Vulcan mind meld type where they put their essence into another body, like the time when Spock died for a little bit.
Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
So then it is 2 people in one body.
Oh, that's what you mean. Well, they might get
two
separated one
essences.
day. Maybe.
Moon Knight has.
That's
so
true.
many-
Yes.
Well, it has a lot of personalities, like 4 or 5 or something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. All right. And I don't know if Thumper, do you have anything
I
or
don't know
no?
how you built that freaking model.
I've got a little something.
All right, go for it.
I'm just a little bunny rabbit, and well, I was a little sad when my whole troupe of performing circus performers broke up. So I've just been focusing on my fitness. Lots and lots of fitness. I broke the world record for holding a plank. I'm currently at 12 hours for a bunny rabbit. That's pretty good. I'm also working on my tightrope walk, and I'm... Hold on.
Also,
You got
are you
this.
currently doing a plank as you do this? Is it, you're still holding the
I
record?
sure am. I've got to keep up my strength. And I'm currently working on, not currently, but in general, I'm working on my tightrope because I would like to try to walk across Niagara Falapios.
What
On a
did you
tightrope.
just say?
Niagara Falls.
Oh,
In D&D.
We got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's about it.
very nice.
Oh, and lots of carrot juice.
Of course. Well, that juice cleanse. Wonderful. All right. So, I didn't miss anybody, right? Had everybody?
Nope,
Okay.
That's all
Cool.
of us.
There's a lot of people here. I don't know.
Imagine you did.
I have
actually
so many
miss something.
miniatures.
Obviously, I haven't gone yet.
Of course not. You go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, she cures people regularly on the week. She's practicing getting ready for her essential to godhood.
One day, probably next Tuesday. So
Working on
Oh
it.
wow.
yeah. All right. So Omega Court agents. It's unclear how much time at the Nexus has passed, since it's entire point is that it exists outside of time, and none of you seem to feel the effects of aging while you're here outside the timeline. However, it appears that both Kirid and Ellis, if you remember his previous name, have been rather rapidly aging. And if one can really put those kind of terms on immortal beings, it appears that now that they are together, both Kirid and Ellis have been maturing and forming back into their original selves and truly taking on the mantles of Kronos and Fate. They still often act like children, though, when they are together especially, and are oftentimes goofing around in the kitchen and throwing food at each other, but not for fries, thank goodness. Kronos is still without his powers and control over the timeline, since those powers are held by Sindor, though. But Fate's powers have been growing, and has begun to come into her own. She's made it perfectly clear, however, that her powers give her control over the original destiny and threads of a person's life, and the ability to see how their decisions will impact those around them, but she doesn't actually have control over people's decisions, as that would really contradict free will. So she can help people on new paths and change the threads of their destiny, but largely she's able to mostly just see how everyone's threads weave together and what the most likely outcomes are of people's decisions, and she keeps a record of them and whatnot. This is why she previously paired off so well with Kronos. They worked together pretty well when the timeline kind of keep it going, basically. So you have all been diligently preparing for the inevitable showdown that would come now that Kronos has been found and his powers need to be restored to him. So it came as no surprise to you when that day finally came. The method for obtaining your goal was not what you had expected, however. As you had thought previously, you would need to go toe-to-toe with Sindor in some way to forcibly take back the power of time from Sindor. But that rather unrealistic plan was thankfully shattered.
No, I still plan on that.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Well, for most of you, it was shattered, at least. How's that? And it was shattered by the arrival of a rather aloof and spindly wizard and the news that he brought. Let me go ahead and... So, Radovin, the wizard lawyer, popped out of a mostly empty trash can nearby and removed a banana peel from his robe as he pulled out his scroll and began to read it like a town crier. Hear ye, upon this beat of time, the challenge of champions will commence forthwith with the greater two deities in question providing 5 champions of their choosing to represent them as per the edicts of gods established in the epic beats of our Lord, 97.5 FM. If the champions of the challengers, Tenebris, the deity of space, should win, the challenged, Kronos, former deity of time, will be permanently barred from holding divine power and relegated to living as a mortal within the timeline. If the champions of the challenge should win instead, Tenebris, the challenger, shall once again be relegated to the edges of the universe while he exists in exile, but holding on to his powers for the span of 1 eon, and the challenge will be reinstated officially as deity of time. The chosen neutral ground, known here as the Omega Nexus, will be the site of the competition, but no other residents, none, I'm looking at all of you, there's too many of you here, of the semi-plane may contribute and may only act as audience. All champions must sign their names on the contract below that they will fulfill their obligation as divine champions of their deity to the best of their abilities under threat of disintegration and disenchantment. May the champions...
Hold
What? Yes? Questions already. My goodness!
I didn't agree to this. What do you mean obligations?
Obligations!
Ralston is going to go over and start pecking him.
Stop it! I only have 2 good eyes left. I had 4 more. They're gone now.
From who?
What do you mean from me? They were my eyes. They were gouged. Please stop.
Ralston is like, nope. He's going for. He's still trying to get an eye.
Madam, take your bird. Take him. Take him. I'm gonna eat him.
Keep going. Maybe if he can't see, we don't have to do it.
I can
really
still
find
hear
it
you.
I find it very amusing that you think I control anything he does.
Well then, I will have to just sit on him like a duck Ready? 1, 2, sit. I am sitting on your bird.
Just gonna
Ralston
have some
immediately grows
flashbacks.
to Ralston immediately grows to his full size.
Oh no. You know, I feel like we've lost the plot. He climbs
I'm
down off
sorry,
the bird.
there was a plot.
There's supposed to be a plot.
He's back to trying to eat the wizard.
Just no. Now I'm. Jeez. Okay. No. I'm just going to just bippity boppity boop. You're a toad. You're now a toad. You big dumb bird. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna hold your toad. For the time being. Now, will you all sign the document, please? I have a very busy morning.
No, not
So
until
I
you
have
give me back my
Pilates
bird.
at 7:30.
If we don't sign the document, then we disappear for all eternity?
Sure.
I'm just saying,
That wasn't a yes.
why even have a document?
To sign your
Uh,
names to make sure you sign the waiver.
Good.
You have to. There's paperwork involved, all right? There's paperwork, and you have to sign it in order to join. If you don't
I'm
join,
sorry,
there can't
it
be a
goes
battle.
against my religion to sign paperwork.
I know categorically that's false.
If you let my bird go so that he can bring that to me so I can read it.
Fine.
Yeah, you can't hand anything to her. Who's that one guy that does that? Is it Tom Cruise?
That's Tony Stark.
I'm yeah.
Same thing.
Not a real person.
Same thing.
I'm definitely not walking all the way over there to talk to this person. Like Cassie is like not stirring from her seat.
Can
if
one
she
of the
can help it.
spellcasters like Nomad cast banishment?
Dispel magic.
Yeah.
I am the wizard lawyer, damn it! Don't stop that! The spell, catch a spell, catch a spell!
How many of you are there?
One! I am the wizard lawyer. No one respects me wherever I go. It's very annoying.
That's
You have a
because you only
banana
have
peel.
two eyes.
It's
Is there a
probably the
wizard
banana.
notary?
Yeah.
I am the notary. I am the Senate.
It's
Oh,
probably
shit.
the
Not
banana
yet.
peel on your head. I feel like it might be distracting.
That's for later.
I mean, we have bagels here. You don't have to eat the banana peel.
I know better than to eat bagels from Kirid.
They've gotten much better over the last couple of.
They used to be laced with LSD.
Puddings?
Yeah,
Baked cycles?
I mean, I'm actually eating them now. Like they are a little bit more predictable.
Listen, drugs don't work anymore.
No.
And alcohol just isn't the same.
Look, are you going to sign the document, or do I need to find someone else?
Not until I read it. You still
here's-
haven't let go of my bird so that he can bring it to me.
He's a frog
Wait.
now, but here you go. Here's a frog and paper. You handed the document.
Yeah.
And your
Alright.
bird frog.
Yeah.
All right, Kirid and Kratos. I know this sounds weird. But you guys
Kratos.
have... Oh my god, Kalos? Kratos.
Not cholera either. It's
I'm
Kronos.
sorry for anyone else involved. You'll learn that
We have-
I am terrible at names.
The flashcards. We've been over this. I gave you the flashcards.
Just like looking in my pockets. Hey, time, child.
Yo,
You guys are watching the animals so I can save your ass once again.
You need us to watch your animals?
Are you confused?
No, I just don't think I was allowed to.
Well, okay, it's a special occasion.
Okay, because last time you said I wasn't allowed to anymore. So I just wanted to check.
Hold on. Just quickly
Hey,
look at my
if you don't
flashcards.
remember, if you don't remember, then nothing happened at all. Absolutely nothing. Nope. I am a responsible god of time. Everything is fine. I will go
If your
give them.
power is coming back, you just accidentally de-age or age them forward sometimes
Look,
when you sneeze.
I wanted the piggies to be smaller. All right.
I mean,
wanted them to be baby.
categorically, they are cuter when they're smaller.
Exactly. You
But
see.
it's when you go the other way.
Yeah.
It's when
Okay.
you go the other way.
Old things are also adorable. All right. They're also
I mean,
very
yeah,
cute.
but then they die, and then I'm sad.
Look, I forgot that. Okay. Like
I mean, I guess in immortal time, God would forget about
it's
that.
just it's not a thing that I deal with a lot. All right. Let's just yeah.
So Cassie is going to be grabbing Nomad.
Okay.
I mean, like
It's the closest thing we have to a lawyer.
I mean, she is
What?
still under the impression that Nomad is the smartest person she knows.
Interesting.
Whether look, Cassie is doing the best she can. Okay.
Why don't you like slip out of the timeline and go give that to Driz to look at for a second?
The paperwork.
I mean, if she
Well,
can
'cause
sneak
if
away
there's
for
any
15 minutes.
If there's anything shady, I feel like he'd be able, shady recognizes shady.
He's
Hmm.
not
But-
shady. He's
not.
cool.
He's not shady.
Yeah, no, he's,
I didn't say shady wasn't cool.
but she's
So,
gonna
okay,
grab
alright.
Nomad and depending on probably who's in charge of Ned Zed.
Either the smartest or the dumbest person here.
I mean,
You mean which one it is?
yeah,
So
like
It's time for meat.
so. No, she's not gonna talk to them.
Nope.
I guess not.
She's gonna like be like Lilith, and just like form a little huddle over the paperwork
She was here.
with those
Who's
two.
here?
Okay, so
Maybe like, okay,
Nomad.
Ned and Zed has to sign their paperwork with a slab of meat.
well,
This is
we
fine.
I haven't said we're signing this yet. Like, hold on, we're gonna go
No,
over
they're not
this
gonna
first.
think it over.
And
So what does the paperwork actually say?
yeah, we're reading this. We're reading this carefully.
Yeah. So I actually posted if you want to. Let's see.
I knew he would have it made up.
I mean, does this
He's
involve
learned from our group.
tires and cat feces or?
No, I mean it's what I said, by the way. So hold on, this is the right chat. The general chat, I can't see anything.
General is right above Omega.
It's blocked by my screen thing. I think that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very similar to the Horsemen's as well. Basically, actually, I also need to find. You're right. I need to find because theirs has a more detailed explanation.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
I didn't want to read. I didn't retype out it twice. I didn't want to
Oh,
say
yeah,
it twice.
You can just
but
tell us
Thank you
what it.
for posting that.
but yeah, okay. Basically,
Why
you,
does Kronos lose his powers, but Tanabris doesn't?
that's just the terms.
No. I want the terms to be rectified. It's called redlining.
Well, Curtis doesn't have his powers currently, so not really losing anything.
Yeah.
I think he's right.
He is.
You only have something to gain.
No, he has to win back his powers, but the other guy just has to be alone and then gets to challenge again. This is
Yeah.
a very unequal contract.
Do we even like Kronos? Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
yes, I like him better than Tanabris.
Why?
true, but
Why?
Well, mostly whatever Sin Daddy's name was.
Yeah.
Sindor?
Send Daddy.
Not
Daddy.
Sin Daddy.
yeah, like we've been fighting against Kronos. Like, I don't understand why he chose us as his. PA.
Yeah, we
Just-
saved Kronos. It's Tanabris and Sin Daddy we've been fighting.
No, we weren't against Kronos, were we?
What's it?
No,
No,
you were
we're
against
talking about-
Sindor.
Well, I mean, he was a duck.
Okay, never
Ah,
mind.
so much lore.
I know, I know.
Hold on.
Just sign the
Zeus,
document.
so we were fighting him.
Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So many deities. Damn it.
I know. It's probably also there are two gods of
Trevor.
time because there's an active god of time right now, and then there's the non-god of time
Yeah.
right now, which is supposed to be
How
god
did
of
the
time.
Greeks
so,
and Romans do this?
I don't know. It's a good
Well,
question.
I guess
Man.
Ianthe will pray
To
the
Eldath?
person. Yeah,
Okay, to Eldath.
and she'll do whatever she says.
Oh, you're asking for an actual like physical response. Okay. Okay. Give me a religion check.
I mean, no, I was just role playing. I figured
Okay.
she would say yes.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
Like,
She says
that's
yes.
not something we have to check.
Okay, all right, yes. She definitely.
Okay, well then
It's,
after
it's a
praying,
very
it's
strong.
her-
Yes, please do this. Sindor's an asshole.
Okay, yeah. So then she'll receive that message like, all right, loud and clear, and then she'll sign it.
Okay.
With a pen, like a civilized person.
Okay, I have the signs.
Ugh. Okay. No, we weren't. Ugh.
I read
Alright,
it.
give- No.
Stop judging me, Cassie.
Not judging. Not judging.
Look, okay,
Look. Okay. So
I forgot her name. My healer mommy god said I had to do it.
Eldath.
Yeah.
all right. Which So Cassie's going over this thing. Are we listed by name, or like which one of us are expected to fight, or does it just say like the champions?
It's just champion, and you write your name,
Oh, okay.
so you have to.
How
Yeah.
how many of us need to sign this?
There's 5 slots.
5 slots. Okay. So 4 other. I'm
So I just
assuming. Okay.
messaged you something, Trevor.
Okay.
Yeah. Ned grabs a pen.
Okay.
And he's
Eats it.
he's gonna sign.
Okay. Awesome. And then
It's
Zed said,
time for the bad touch.
Ah,
Why does he have to say it like that?
I mean, I kind of get
That's
it.
why you're not allowed on the farm.
"Thank you." All right.
All right. So Cassie's going to kind of pull Nomad in, like, this. Look, I know you had something else you needed to go do. This does not feel like the kind of thing that. Are you gonna be mad at us if we get somebody else to sign this instead of you?
Hold on. Who are you asking?
Nomad.
Oh, sorry.
No,
All
man.
right.
And you're asking if I'm gonna be mad if.
If we don't make you one of the champions.
Okay, I am fine with this. I have the very important other things I need to do. My family is relying on me heavily.
And you know
So
we want to come help you with that, right? You know, like.
yes, I was hoping that you could come and help me instead of doing this foolhardy little
100% on top
thing
of
you're
100%
doing
agree.
here.
Guys.
It's
Yeah.
Why is
Guys,
she-
please do not let Ned sign this before I get. He already signed it, didn't he?
He did. I'm really
Oh,
sorry.
God damn it.
I tried.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Fine.
Well played,
sorry.
Matt. Well
I
played.
know.
I was
Look,
confused at
there's
first. Then I was
There's
not
a
confused
lot
either.
of chaos that I am trying to wrangle right now, man. Like,
What is the extra Riptide
I don't know.
Discord thing?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Thumper's gonna take out a little bit of ink that he has for this very purpose. He dips his paw in it and signs it with a paw print.
Excellent.
oh, okay, we didn't discuss that.
All right, cool. Cool.
One quick question.
Yeah, go
How
ahead.
do I get to this animal sanctuary, and is there big game?
Oh no!
Oh no,
Oh shit.
Oh no! It's like they're a
Dude.
war crime.
I can't.
Uh-huh.
I can't stop her. I can't stop her, man. Like,
Oh no!
I have no
Oh, dear.
idea.
Alright, one of you gods better erect a barrier and let nobody
no.
in.
It's gonna
All
be
right.
okay. We're gonna
So,
look.
who else is signing?
I can't
I will.
go.
I
So
will.
so Nomad just says to Cassie,
Yeah.
it looked like this is world-changing event, so maybe you better do this, or my family will be dead anyway.
Yeah.
What's
I
it's
just-
sorry to say this.
Yeah. Look, you are so powerful, but I'm just not sure if this is the best use of your powers.
I think I look over to Pathfinder and say, I think maybe this wonderful beast over here may do better than me.
Can you show me Pathfinder?
There you go. This is Pathfinder.
So he's part bear? Is that what you'd call it?
He's a Fey Ursine. He's a bear person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
All right.
major?
John?
There's a lot of these, isn't there? Yeah. No.
So many. All right. I'm gonna.
So, and
I'm gonna-
Pathfinder goes up too and is
Yeah.
trying to look at it too. So
Okay.
go ahead, Cassie.
Cassie is like, please don't just sign it. Read it first. And Cassie's gonna hand it over to Pathfinder. And she's gonna kneel down a bit, and so like she's actually eye to eye with Nomad, because normally I believe she's about twice as tall as he is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
we're gonna take care of this, and then we're gonna come and help you find your family.
I thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder if I could come up if it was a curse or something, if I could break it.
We have already talked about this.
Yeah.
Maybe you can now. You have more powers.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of books.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna call my fam. I'm gonna send in a word to the Black Ice. I can send some mercenaries to protect the animal sanctuary if you like.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, I'll put in a word for that.
I'll just straight up murder the gods if something happened to my animal sanctuary.
Hey, right over here. Do you
Do
mind?
a better job!
I'm trying. It's hard.
If it weren't for you three, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. You wouldn't be here at all.
I really
sorry,
love how you
that's a
think
good
that's
thing.
a good argument. Okay. Yeah, Cassie's starting to get that very stressed out look that everybody remembers from like the last time this happened.
Do I have
Red.
some medicated wine for her?
Probably.
Gonna
No.
be, like-
It's just wine with extra herbs, okay?
Herbs and spices.
Herbs and spices.
Cassie, are you signing the document?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
She's
You're killing
gonna
me
go
here.
talk- She's hey.
Hey.
You knew who you were messing with.
Yes.
So she's gonna go over to Pathfinder and be like, "Look, we've."
Would you like to die for our cause, sir?
I really hope it won't come to that. I'm sure it won't come to that.
So Pathfinder says, well, ma'am, I'm kind of not. I'm kind of new to all this, so I think I have to rely on your better judgment on this. If you sign, I will sign.
3 people that that's true. 2 people that I trust and care about, and 1 person who is very insistent that I join their circus troupe, have signed it.
Oh, hold on. Which one am I?
If you don't know,
More wine.
I'm gonna need to go to keep them alive. So I'll do my best to keep you alive too.
I'll try
mighty
really
thank
hard.
you, ma'am.
And Cassie's going to. She is also going to sign it in blood because that is her thing.
Oh my god, another one! There's one from every party, I swear. Please
Ianthe's just a
stop.
little in awe because she's always in awe of Cassie. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's so hardcore.
Yeah, no, Cassie is making a production out of this. She's also going to cast Brand of Castigation on that stupid wizard.
What does that do?
So it's an instant thing. There's no save. I will always know the
Gosh.
direction the branded creature is in as long as it's on the same plane as I am.
Huh.
And each time the branded creature deals damage to you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you, the branded creature will take 2 psychic damage. This brand will last until I dismiss it or until I apply a brand to another creature. The
Okay.
brand can be dispelled with Dispel Magic and is treated as a level 5 spell.
Whew, I feel castigated all of a sudden.
But yes, I do cast Brand of Castigation on that thing, and very, very briefly, there's the symbol of her tribe. So like a very artistic rendition of a raven shows up in like the middle of his forehead for half a second.
It's not a dick, huh?
You should have
Okay.
made a tramp stamp.
Oh, that's a much better idea. I do that.
I feel tingly all of a sudden.
Is it a good tingle or a bad tingle?
I don't know. I'm working on that.
Man.
With
Okay.
the fully
know.
signed document, Cassie's going to roll it up, go back over to him. Does he have like a pocket or something?
He has a scroll canister.
Yeah, okay, so she's going to very pointedly ignore that. Like,
Cool.
stuff it down the front of whatever kind of robes he's wearing. Like, all done.
It's gonna be all sweaty now. All right. Great.
Still seems like a you problem.
what isn't these days, it feels like. And he nods briskly at you.
Yeah.
And he pulls the scroll out, paper out, and he stores it in his little correct scroll container here. And he walks out into the more open area outside of the restaurant, which is out here. And we go ahead and move him real quick here. Can I move him? Oh gosh, it's hard to move people out of buildings. Let me try and find out. Let's me. Nope.
Fantastic.
It's bonks. Hold on.
You gotta open the door.
Open the door.
Oh my.
Gosh. Okay. It's beautiful,
You know,
but
they
also
really went for realism.
they did.
Yep.
They did, which is good in some ways, but man, it's annoying sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And he walks out of the open area and he summons a large gong and he hits it with a hammer. And at this point, 5 other individuals appear in the plane along with a cow lazily munching on some grass. Radovan and the cow and the cow regard each other, and he clears his throat and waves his hand, and the cow disappears. You didn't see that? That didn't. Nope.
We definitely saw that.
Nope. Not at all.
Cassie's also going to take her bird turned toad and go over to Ionthe and be like, can I get a quick dispel magic on that? Like,
Yeah, sure, of course.
thanks so much.
All right. Hang on. It's everybody. 1, 2. What am I missing? There's 3 over here, and it's 5. Yeah. Weird. All right. We have Aggie. Okay. And Horseman, you arrive in a pocket dimension outside of the normal flow of space and time. It appears to be a collection of floating islands that are rather hodgepodge in design and nature, in what feels like was pulled from random locations and just kind of dropped here. And the sky around is neither air nor space, but void that seems to bend in on itself on the edges of the reality here. And yeah, it's a weird place. And
Rude.
well,
Can you bring us back to the center, like on the? So I'm in the middle of the sea on mine.
I
can't
can't
find land.
I
You
can't
gotta
physically
move
move you.
that.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
gotta
move your
move
camera.
that.
Doing that. Oh, okay.
You gotta do it
Sometimes
yourself.
You gotta do
jumps
that.
me.
It's probably
I've been doing that for like 20 minutes, and I've gotten nowhere. There's no land.
it's probably up.
Okay.
There's
Uh,
no land.
yeah, you should be able to go up. Oh, you're probably way over there, middle of Nowheresville. You should be able to see the islands in the sky at some point. They should be pretty high up. But yeah, I don't know how else to help you other than that. I don't think I can summon you directly to a location, unfortunately.
They should let you do that.
There is a key that'll bring you back to center. Hold on.
But I don't know if this is center or not.
No, but at least it'll give him somewhere to start from. Hold on.
That's probably where it dropped him originally, I feel like, but yeah. Also, make sure that your green thing on the side is all the way up at the top. Otherwise, it'll just show you down below. That's the build height. I'll lock that.
I gave up on giving Tailspire a chance. And
I know.
Just shut it.
I know. It's yeah. It feels
Uh,
like it's better as a streaming thing than it has an
so
actual thing. But
F2 should bring you to the center of the board, and apparently shift right click will allow you to teleport somebody.
Ah.
I can teleport.
F2. I'm back.
There
Oh, you
go.
do?
I see the island.
Yay!
Very
Okay, cool.
exciting. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
the
it.
center of the map is, I think, like right over the teapot.
Probably, yeah. We're at the restaurant, if you can find that. I'm gonna pull everybody out that's supposed to be out too. So let me go ahead and pull out Omega Core here. Put you over here. Sorry, just give me a second here to pull out everybody. I need to get Thumper.
Is that a
Imagine-
baby?
That is a baby.
No, that's Ionthe.
Oh,
Is that
sorry.
a baby?
Oh, yes. I would
What?
be careful though. She is in a teething phase.
Oh, geez.
I hope you have a good dummy for her.
I do. It's pretty cheap, but she doesn't seem to care. Also, chicken works.
Hmm.
Archdevil.
Cassie. Sorry, I'm moving people around. Get the Zeds. I should have made copies of you guys. That's what I usually do, and I forgot to do that. Just to have you already out
I
there.
still can't see my tokens on Tailspire.
No.
Yeah,
Jeez Louise.
give up. Just give up. Just give up.
I did
Really?
send you a link to something from Reddit, Trevor,
Oh, okay.
about a possible solution to that. I don't.
You wanted to post that in Discord, like the general chat?
Uh,
People can look at it.
I thought you were just saying you were just sending.
Or is it
some
on?
random
Or is it on
Reddit
my
post.
end? Is it on my end to fix it, or is it
just
on their end?
random Reddit posts, Trevor.
I believe it.
Yes.
Okay, I've copied and pasted something since then. Hold on, I'll find it again.
Oh, okay.
By the way, what is your name?
Who?
Me?
Who you talking to?
The person who was asking about Aggie, the baby.
Oh, I'm my auntie.
All right. Nice to meet you. I am Giver. No, and you know what? Screw it. Do you want to hold her for a sec?
Please.
Oh, Cassie
So
comes out like
Josh.
just in time to hear that. It's like, oh no.
I
Roll a
don't
sanity
think you
check.
guys understand how this works. You're supposed to be enemies.
Are we?
I didn't decide
Well,
on that.
Yeah, we've
Alright.
never met these
As a
people.
third
They
party,
haven't done
I
it.
can make whatever decision I want, provided
There's
it does
no
not
way of
interfere
making
with the
these people.
game.
Yeah, you are the one who decided that, not us. We've never met these people before.
Yeah, nice to meet y'all. Never. Yeah.
All right, so Radovan summons a desk into share, and he sits down with pen and paper, and he says, "All right, please, all the champions line up. The representatives of Tenebris on the left, and the ones of Kronos on the right. And then, please, one at a time, please introduce yourselves, including your classification for the official record. Starting with the bear man over there on the side of Kronos. Also, if everyone would please introduce yourselves as both characters and players as well, as part of this, that would be
dang
very
it.
helpful. We have a lot of people here. I know it's
Yeah,
weird to
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Dang it, Trevor.
holds.
Just kidding.
I know it's weird to like do introductions 2 hours into the campaign. But
Hey, DM, I have a question.
yes.
If Ianthe holds my baby temporarily, what does she roll to not make the baby cry instantly?
That's going to be probably.
Like,
Sanity. Just kidding.
It's going to
Animal
be.
handling.
like what kind of rule would it be to make a baby not hate you?
I'm
Persuasion.
gonna say animal handling is probably the most accurate.
I mean,
thing
that's
I've done.
kind of true. I feel like
Yeah,
actually,
it is
yeah.
kinda
I mean,
true.
yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, I'd allow animal handling or persuasion.
Actually, since
Babies
she's
are
not a
animals.
beast, would it be Arcana?
No, she's not trying to ascertain the divine, like the nature necessarily. But
Fair
I
enough.
mean, yeah, just.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would say give me a persuasion check probably. That just seems the most reasonable.
Oh,
Fair
you're using
enough.
that
Who,
many.
me?
Yes, Ianthe.
No. I want animal handling.
All right. Treat.
Yeah,
I guess to
fine.
be fair, Ianthe would treat a baby like like one of her babies, like
Yeah,
her animal
good at
babies. So
this.
yeah, that makes sense. I'm okay with that. Go ahead.
16.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I
She
would say
doesn't
that
cry.
she doesn't scream her head off, but she is a little
But she's
weirded out by
crying.
you. She's not crying, no.
I would walk by
Just to
Cassie.
poke your eye out.
I would walk by Cassie
Par for the
though
course.
as we separate and say, "Nice sword."
Oh.
It is not currently on fire, but thank you.
Doesn't need to be.
It's really cool when it's on fire, though.
Ooh, fire.
Well, I
Ooh.
guess it's hot when it's on fire.
I mean,
I
it
can't sing that.
does is Cassie
Sorry.
still? So Cassie still has a bit of, from having signed the contract, still has a bit of blood on her hand, and she's going to run it up the length of the sword,
Oh my god.
Nancy.
and it is going to suddenly. I don't know what it would look like. It's going to suddenly have like ice crystals
Oh,
kind of dancing around the edges of it.
Cool.
very nice. All right,
Mine
so
picks up blood too.
let's go. We'll go one team at a time. We'll start with Omega Corps here. So go ahead. I'm gonna do it right to left here, starting with Pathfinder.
Okay. So first of all, I'm Trevor's dad.
Hello.
Some of you might not know that. So
Oh.
just if you want to talk to me, most people just find my name is Jim, but most people just call me Pop.
Oh my
Just to
He's
make it
all of your dads now, canonically. Okay, he's
right,
everyone's
Yeah.
father. Okay.
So
Okay, yeah, good, because I call my grandpa Pop, so yeah.
there
You're
you go.
Pop.
Yep.
Pop, not with yep. So you can call me Jim too if it's uncomfortable for you, whatever. I don't care. Um, uh, Sarah calls me Nomad even when I'm
Not.
even when I'm playing a different character, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's not stopping anytime soon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I played Nomad in 2 campaigns, so
Yep.
kind of anyway. So I'm playing Pathfinder and on occasion Nomad. Um, I'm playing Pathfinder. He's a Fey Ursine. Is that how you pronounce it?
Sure.
I'm the newest. I'm the newest member of the Omega Corps. So Pathfinder's a smuggler and an info broker, and he's usually found traversing the Underdark tunnels, transporting goods or people discreetly. So he's a tracker. He's a navigator. That's what he does.
Excellent. And classification is Rogue Mastermind. That's the
Right.
the class. All right. Ned Zed.
Which one said?
Well,
Which one said?
we got the one standing is Ned. The one crouching is Zed. Zed
can you
is
point?
an artificer with his do no harm gun that has several different kinds of bullets.
Cool.
Meanwhile, Ned is a barbarian. And I will be flipping a coin about every 3 to 5 minutes outside of combat to determine who has control at any given time.
That's so fucking cool.
During combat, every time it's my turn, I will be flipping the coin again.
Fantastic.
And outside the player, my name is Matt. I've been playing with the Omega Corps and with Trevor for quite a while. I think I know at least most of you, even from the other game, through one way or another. And yeah, I think this is going to be really interesting. This character originally was actually built so that 2 people could play one character. However, I've decided to try and tackle both characters at the same time.
Yeah, it used to be a shared character by both Matt and Elizabeth, which was very
Wow.
interesting. And he has 2 character sheets, which is very
I do.
interesting. So yeah. All right. And next we have Cassie here.
Cassie is a changeling blood hunter, Order of the Mutant. My name is Sarah, and Cassie is from Siska. She is a member of one of the mercenary troops there. She has a shadow crow or shadow raven as her bonded animal companion that she can also use as a mount.
Wow, a raven.
Cool.
So as soon as Cassie said that she's from Siska or she's a Siskan, Pathfinder kind of gives her the nod. Says, "Oh wow, ma'am, we need to talk later."
Sure. As soon as we deal with this.
Charleston. All right. Thumper.
Hello. Thumper is a rabbit person. And as a monk, he likes to kick and flip and stuff. And he was raised by essentially a circus of dwarves, and they taught him acrobatics and fire tricks, hence his fire staff. And after the party split up, because all the dwarves got super old and decided to retire, he is now, it's a bit out of his own personal ambition, but it's also just out of nostalgia. He's trying to create his own troupe of performers. So pretty much everywhere he goes, he's trying to recruit people. And even if he doesn't see a lot of talent in them, he tells them something they have some sort of potential. And that's about it.
Fantastic. And out of character, who are you?
Out of character, I am Elizabeth.
Sounded like you had to think about that.
Out of character, I am Lilith. Wait, no.
We have had a very, very long week, and so Elizabeth's a little bit out of it, and so am I. So
All good.
You know,
It is very late
makes
there
for the
too. I
best
understand.
playtimes.
Speaking of which, Ianthe,
Yeah.
who you?
Well, this is Ianthe. She is a water genasi, which basically means somebody got busy with a genie. A long, long time ago.
It's a whole family of supers. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. Mostly, she spent her time working in a volunteer organization called Mercy's Reach in the Expanse. So she's a cleric of the life domain who really likes to help people and understand people. But she really loves animals, and I think the recent stress has really just made her only like a lot of animals. You know, it's cool. It's cool. And then outside of the character, my name is Thea. I don't know how long I've been here.
You just, I like a child lost in the mall.
Sometimes that also happens because I don't know how old anyone else is, but I'm still under 30.
I don't lie. It kind of sounds like we're all in an AA meeting.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hi,
Technically, I
Thea.
cannot be in an AA meeting because I can't legally drink.
No, dang.
Oh, I'm not the baby then. Unless that meant something else.
No.
No. All right. On the opposite side, we'll go left to right here. So Maddox.
Maddox is a paladin primarily. He's got a 3 levels of fighter, champion fighter, but primarily he's a paladin. He has a very devout faith. He serves Ao. That's his god, creator of all. And he has a very strong sense of what's right and wrong and a great allegiance to his companions wherever they are. He'll travel great distances and put himself in harm's way, even die if he needs to protect them and or his family. But he suffers fools lightly. And let's see. Outside of that, I'm Lloyd. My name is Lloyd, and I have played with Trevor for quite a long while. Never met Pop before, but I'm looking forward to getting to know him. And I am familiar with Elizabeth and Matt quite well, so that looking forward to playing opposite sides of them. Although even when I played on Matt's side, sometimes we're on the opposite side.
Too true. I think we all remember the tavern well. All right.
Yes, burning down one tavern. I mean, what's the big deal, man?
It's just one filthy tavern. What's the big deal? All right. Next in the list, I was not here. I wonder is Iowa here. Iowa Lockwood is a custom class. He is a rogue interdimensional sniper. And
We have no idea what Iota is.
yeah, he's
Sorry, that's a dinosaur?
I have no idea.
He's currently a gift.
Crazy.
He has to roll a lot on chaos tables, and he sometimes changes his race. So he's currently a GIF, which is a hippopotamus.
Yeah. He became a merfolk at some point, right? Or,
He-
sorry, a
also
Triton.
He was a
loves
Triton.
explosives.
Yeah, he's
Big
really
fan
into
of making
explosives.
Makeshift
Yep.
explosives that often blow up in his face. And
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
And the team's face.
Yeah. So I made him be
Yeah.
even more chaotic, which is a terrible idea, and I love it. So yeah, you'll get to hear more from him next time, I hope. So, yeah, and that's just Aggie. That's not a player character. We'll get.
His player is Adler. His player is Adler.
Is it
And,
Adler? Yes.
Again, we have no idea where Adler is,
Where Adler
where he
lives.
lives. I don't know anything about Adler except that sometimes he goes to Japan.
It's all good. All right. Speaking of which, Ialea.
It's me. It's Ialea.
It's a me.
She is a shape changer, but her form currently is of a tiefling from like the daughter of this druid that took care of her. She is a former thief, but also because of the tiefling woman that taught her, she is a druid. And somehow along the way, she became a cleric for what's her name again? Primrose something. Primrose something.
Primrose Firehawk. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It was a lesser deity of fires and mischief. She is a circle of wildfire druid with a bit of a trickery domain. She's got her companion it's a fox, Trevor. It's not that. That's not what rain looks like.
Hold on. I have Rain.
Uh,
Hang on. I forgot to put him in.
yeah,
I
show me
apologize.
where
I didn't add
is.
Rain. He is under R.
She.
That
Wait, he. No, yeah,
reaction is
he.
great.
Sorry, Blaze is she. Yeah, that's
That's a big
Rain.
ball.
That's
the
her.
big boy.
That's her. Fire companion. It's a fire elemental spirit that you get because you're a wildfire druid, and I couldn't make it seem like it, but he's supposed to be a lion made out of flames.
He's
Cool.
amorphous because he's
His
yeah.
face looks goofy as hell.
Yeah, I know. It was hard to make it through Hero Forge.
It's just that front on.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it was tough to make it on Hero
Looks
Forge.
cool though.
Oh no,
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, that will do.
Yeah, that's Rain.
So,
Yeah, that's
so what's
Ialea.
what's the fox?
That's supposed to be Rain, but
What
Oh,
is
I
that?
see. Okay.
Yeah.
technically Trevor made this figure.
Okay.
You, yeah, didn't you make this figure mostly?
Yes.
You just
Yeah. That's all they had
But-
for tiny creatures that were even close to being
yeah,
correct.
I know at the
So-
time, and I was like,
Yeah. I also
The
have.
thing with Hero Forge is that it's got to be something that can actually be built,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah.
that they can actually, right? So
I
they're
know, but
kind
they
of
don't have a
limited in what they can
lion.
do.
They don't have a
Wow, that's-
lion,
That's
sadly.
kind of amazing that they don't.
So I can give you
Yep.
just your regular if you want to just have her instead. Up to you.
Yeah, there you go. That's her.
Okay.
That's her previous staff. That was the staff from the campaign.
Yeah.
I called Grabby
Grabby.
because
Great.
yeah, I called it Grabby.
Uh,
That's it.
Cool.
oh, and out of
Grabby all.
character. Who are you?
Oh yeah, out of character. I am May. Trevor, how long has it been since I played with you? I don't
I don't know.
remember.
We
I
played
only
for a
remember
year and a
that
half. I don't know. 8 months.
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I met Trevor through Reddit because I saw his looking for a group thing. I was like, oh yeah, let me join. And at the first time, I was rejected, so I was like, that's fine, you know.
Aw.
Oh.
And then like a few months later, honestly, I think it was a year later, Trevor was like, oh hey, you wanna play? You're available for playing? I was like, yes, please let me play. 'Cause
I
at the
forgot
time, a
about
few of my
that.
campaigns ended. Yeah, Trevor, I don't forget, you know.
Who
I'm
didn't
so-
meet
That's
Trevor
funny.
on an ad in D&D or Reddit?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
true. 4 of you are from Reddit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ayante
Yeah.
and I are from Reddit as well.
As am I.
and yeah, out of that, I live in ESD, so you know, at this point, it's like past 12.
It was after midnight for you. That's right. I
I
forgot.
can't wait.
Yeah.
I got work tomorrow.
Ooh.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Giver.
All right, yeah. So y'all see the tannest Shadarkai you'll ever see. He's wearing pretty boring brown beige clothes, pretty harmless. He's got a rattle in his hand for the baby.
A chicken bone.
Which you can see is like a purple, not even like a tiefling. She has the wings and the scorpion tail of an imp at least. And she has black eyes with white irises and no pupils. And yeah, she's wearing green, which is not a very suitable color for purple, but it was I was
It's
just
gonna get
trying to
tougher
take
and
whatever I could find and use it, okay? It's hard enough to find diapers.
Aw.
It's gonna be covered in poop anyways.
Probably green poop,
Exactly.
anyways.
Yeah.
Green
And also, I work with this patron. He's like the biggest dad of all time. Like he literally, he gave me a verse, a Bible, but it's dad jokes, and I'm pretty sure most of you hate me for it. Looking at his party,
Are you talking about a sugar daddy?
it is not a sugar daddy. It is just a daddy.
I
Oh,
mean, that sounds like the same thing.
I mean, I might as well get paid for it.
I'm not paying alimony in the slightest. I just took it because I needed parenting lessons.
No,
Uh,
so sad.
oh, what's
Sick.
the name of your class?
Let me look that up because I forgot the name.
He's also playing a custom class.
Yeah,
There's so
I am
much
the
stuff.
dad of long-suffering warlock. And also, for out of character, my name is Anthony. I am also here from Reddit, rather quickly, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I'm from Pacific Time, and I don't know. Screenwriting is kind of the thing I want to do.
Dang.
What side of the U.S. is Pacific Time? Oh, is that California?
Yeah.
California.
It's the same side, but it's like the very upper left. So Washington.
The upper left. Canada.
At least it's not Utah.
Upper left. Yeah, Alaska.
Look, Sarah, you're just our hat. Get over it, okay? Like, you're America's hat.
Actually, you know
Do
what?
not
There's
make me come down there. Do not make me come down there.
Please
Don't worry,
What
you
is
won't. You'll lose your
Alaska?
health care.
Down here.
Is Alaska actually in PST or no? Is it in PST?
No,
I
it has
don't
its own
know.
time zone.
Yeah.
What
It's like-
the fuck? Alaskan
like
time zone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
its own
it's
time
like
zone.
Newfoundland on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't
Uh,
know what else to say about myself. I think the baby says it all, and it doesn't talk.
It doesn't talk.
Cassie is like
Did
frantically
I mention
whispering
she's
to
an
Iante.
archdevil?
What?
Cassie is like frantically whispering to Iante, "You cannot adopt a baby. Cannot try to adopt a baby.
No one has to know.
No, they will know.
They're not
They
gonna
have to
know. How are they
know.
gonna know?
They're not gonna know.
They will notice.
Don't
They'll
be
know.
suspicious.
They will
Don't
notice.
be suspicious.
will-
I should maybe keep you away from my child.
I'm going
No,
to.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
going
no,
to be
no.
searching your room after this. I'm going to be searching your room after this.
All right.
I
Ript-
will know.
yeah, I would assume so. Lost your whole child. Yeah. Riptide.
Riptide looks at everyone and is like, Riptide, bounty hunter. Part of the horseman.
Ignorant. He's cool. He's also he's cool.
If someone
I
else
get
has to say that you're cool, then you have a.
No. See, he's cool. Okay.
No, that's how it works. You don't say you're cool.
I guess that's true.
Other people say
I guess it's
you're
worse
cool.
if you say
That's
you're,
when
you're cool. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. See.
Have you ever met somebody who's cool who's immediately like, yeah, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, me.
Tom Cruise, but that's debatable.
It's very debatable.
Tom Cruise is very cool some of the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
He does very cool things.
It's my daily mirror affirmations.
Like
okay?
stunts.
Yeah, exactly. He has very cool things, but he's a very terrible person. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Riptide, what class are you?
Oh, monk, shadow monk, and fighter.
Excellent. And out
I'm
of
Eric.
Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, I also got rejected for one of Trevor's games.
God dang it, Trevor! Stop rejecting
Is that
us.
true? Really? I
But
don't
I was
remember
like-
that.
Yes.
But yeah, he was definitely the nicest rejection I got.
Honestly,
Like,
yeah.
ever.
Trevor, it was a very nice one.
Well-
Yeah, it was really nice. And I honestly thought I'd never hear from him again. And then randomly, a year later, he was like, "Hey, I got this campaign thing."
I know,
It's
right?
Kind of. He was like, "It's kind of like a campaign. It's more just like fighting things. So I don't know if you want to join that." And I was like, "Yeah, definitely."
Trevor's the one that got away, but then came back.
He was. He definitely was.
Well-
I've been talking about that game for a long time
Yeah.
to a bunch of people when I was applying. Yeah. Because I
Well-
think I like asked you for like all the lore on it, and I was like reading all the lore in
Mhm.
depth that you had, and
Oh
I
yeah,
would
Yeah.
say Trevor sent me
It
all
was
the
just
lore, and I
very
was like,
cool.
oh, I'm drowning already.
there's a lot. I know. I'm sorry. I have
No, it
a
was
problem.
great.
I have a problem. It's
Um,
fine.
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know Pop, and I haven't met
Yeah,
anyone else, but I've heard a lot of stories. So
oh, that's funny.
just like connecting those in my mind now with like people's characters that I've heard about
Oh
or
jeez.
lore I've
Yeah.
read.
Oh yeah. 'Cause all of your guys'
Ah.
character stuff is up too. So, and a lot of like
Yeah.
the lore stuff that references some of the actions that you guys do and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, also for Riptide, he has a giant crab that follows him.
Oh yeah.
It's a giant hermit crab,
Oh,
Bessie.
gigantic.
Do I have a crab?
Old Bess.
Old Bess. Yeah.
And then he also has a flaming bat that follows him around.
He's got a
And he
bad
has
steps.
what else? He has
Bob.
he has this little tiny Cthulhu-looking creature that sometimes sits on his shoulder.
Don't tell Matt.
It's kind of like a baby, and it really likes pies.
It
And,
does like pie.
Oh,
Bananas.
me and Aggie should have a play, or them and Aggie should have a play date.
Yeah, they should.
Aggie and Bob.
Yeah. I forget he's around sometimes.
Yeah.
He's
It's okay. He's somewhat chill.
Yeah.
But also not at all chill.
Yeah, slowly building a menagerie of.
There's several
animals and
people in both
creatures.
campaigns doing that.
There's always one.
I have to make a Pokemon campaign eventually, and it just needs to be a thing.
Mm.
All right, so now that you've all introduced yourselves for the official record, Radovan says, I just said that without looking at my notes. I look at my notes, and that's exactly what I have written down. Is all right now that everyone's introduced themselves to the record.
Oh, how funny.
did you look at that? It's almost like you wrote it. Huh?
Oh my goodness. I just plagiarized myself. All right. He said, I will now list off the collection of challenges for the challengers. Here they are. And he puts up a poster and he reads it off. First up, checkers. Second, bocce ball. Third, arm wrestling. And then you have the caber toss. Oh, that's a good one. You throw a big log over a waterfall or something. We have something called Elric Gundis. I don't know what that is, but we'll make it up. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. Your sign-up sheets are over here. So, and then he waves dismissively over at a simple lined sheet of notebook paper.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
like did it just look like it got ripped off of the notebook too?
Oh yes, it's not like a nicely ripped out. No, it's like cut off like the bottom. Yeah.
Are you telling me that we're fighting the fate of time, space, reality over board games?
Indeed I do. This is the 27th version of Eat of the Gods, mind you. So this is based off that credentials.
Okay.
All
Alright.
Well,
Are you gonna go over the rules for these games?
Does anyone here not know how to play checkers?
I don't.
I don't know what
The rules
Yeah,
then
yeah,
will
yeah.
be...
Look, I may have an arch
Shoulder?
devil baby, but I am not a heathen.
The way you said that.
Sorry.
is it one person per game?
I'll sign up for the checkers.
Can I sign up for more than one?
Yes, of course. It's 2 people per. So...
Because I'm thinking I should be doing a caber toss and the arm wrestling, honestly.
I don't know what any of the words you said are.
I know exactly. I don't know what the heck Trevor.
So...
Trevor, I don't know what you said.
It's okay. As you all kind of stand around, kind of like talking amongst yourselves about what the hell is happening, you see a flash of light in the sky, and you hear a noise like a dragon's roar, and a meteor streaks at a breakneck speed downward. You all have just enough time to leap out of the way as it crashes directly into Radovan and his desk. A smoking giant rock smolders into place the stuffy wizard once sat.
I'm
Okay.
actually
Is he
Wow.
dead?
Okay, let me.
I just start
somebody
laughing.
Need
Was
chest
this
really
from a
compressions.
hard.
Chaos Kitty? Did this meter come from a Chaos Kitty?
The rock splits in half and cracks open like an egg, and from the center, a blinding light shines and music begins to play from the meteor. One might call it rock music.
Seriously?
Oh man, I was gonna be so impressed because man, I love rock, but then I realized, oh man, fuck you, Trevor.
Hey,
How
how loud is this rock music?
loud is it
loud.
to you guys? Is it super loud?
Oh, I don't hear
I can
anything.
barely
don't hear
hear
it?
I heard it.
I can
heard
barely
it.
hear it.
Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
change my filtration on my Discord.
Is this
It's-
through Discord or HeroForge?
It's through
To-
Discord.
Or not?
Yeah.
HeroForge, the other one, Tailspire.
It's through Trevor's mic.
Yeah.
It
is. How's that?
Turn Trevor up.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent.
So,
I'm gonna take out the echo and start playing it along with this rock music.
fantastic. I
I took out my maraca, Blaze's maracas were.
And I just start air banding right now.
You just hear drums from inside the building behind us. But they're not good.
Pick it up. A caped figure sporting a giant feather hat. Hang on. There we go. The giant feather hat begins to slowly stand up from the center of the rock. They're back to you. A small dragon erupts out and shoots black fire in a circle around the rock as the music erupts from the two halves of the rocks, which aren't actually rocks at all, but they're actually giant speakers. The beam's black tail switches from side to side as they play their instrument. The smoke and light fade as they turn and step out of the rock. A tabaxi male with black fur that sparkles with starlight gives a mighty laugh and
my
slides on his knees forward
It
across the
is
ground as he
my chaos
finishes
theme.
his power ballad.
Black fire? How is that possible?
And
Can I go
Starts
give-
back
can I
and
go-
forth some of that
can I go-
medicated wine.
Can I go give him a hug?
hold on.
Can I make sure the wizard didn't die?
In a minute.
Probably did.
And he says, there's no need to fear. I am here to save you all from yourselves. Khajiit Desperando de la Vega at your service, and I will be the game master here today. You're welcome. Hope you don't mind, Ratty. And underneath the rubble, under the rock, a bony hand wiggles out and gives a rather limp thumbs up. He's fine. Now,
Different class kitty.
now, when regulating a contest of the gods, most people think themselves the most fair thing you can do is have all these rules. But no, it could not be further from the truth, because rules are inherently flawed, designed to be snuck around. Tell me, can anyone tell me what is the one and only true constant in the universe?
Chaos.
Change.
Ah!
Or
Yeah.
taxes, I guess.
Well, taxes, yes, but she is right. Chaos. It's completely fair, and like nothing you've ever seen before. Most people spend their entire lives running from the chaos, and they should embrace it, as I do. But I am the instrument of chaos. Chaos cannot be bribed, reasoned with, or intimidated. It just is and always will be. Chaos is not optimized, because it knows that perfection is impossible anyways. I want you all to feel the chaos flow through you, to act on instinct and impulse, to make wild decisions.
Yeah, I
So
already
he-
have enough chaos in the form of a baby. Thank you very much.
You're already ahead of the game, sir. Excellent, excellent.
I can hear with my teeth.
I don't know what that means. But love
I
it.
have to associate with these people.
I love the energy. I love the energy. Now, we're going to have to do something about this challenge list. It's far too much sanity and normality. Also, the list is burned up, so we have to make a new one anyways. So, I, Khajiit, will make a new list. And when I'm done, I will burn it into the sky. In the meantime,
Oh, God.
why not get acquainted with each other and have a grand fiesta? Eat, drink, and be merry. For just a few hours, some of you will be dead. Maybe. And for once,
really?
it won't be my fault. And he pulls out a giant Sharpie marker and he throws it into the air and it begins to write in pink glittery text as he thinks.
Why
And
pink?
because why not? And the glorious sense of Kieran's cooking wafts invitingly out of the restaurant.
I sent you a
Okay.
message.
Okay.
I look at Maddox and I just say,
Alex.
if I'm going to die in the future, you're in charge of the baby.
Okay.
Why not me?
Because you're not part of my team, technically.
What?
Yes, she is.
What?
Oh, wait,
Well,
fuck.
yeah.
I thought that was
we
like...
already. No, okay.
Fuck.
See, I also just
Oh,
wouldn't
funny.
ask.
Because I don't like you very much.
Oops.
Oh, God.
That's sad.
Y'all sound similar when I'm the new player.
Can I give Khajiit
I'm-
a hug?
Yes.
Alright, well, only because the real reason is because Maddox agreed to help me with the child.
I chose you because you said yes.
Basically.
Hey, Chaos Guy, Khajiit, who has wares for sale.
I do have wares for sale. Would you like some?
Yes. First of all, yes. Second of all, if you're choosing the new tournament game thingy, how is that chaotic? Why are you not just putting every option available into a void and then pulling them out randomly? Wouldn't that be more chaotic?
That's what I'm doing. My brain is the void.
Hmm.
You're saying your
I would
brain.
like to see this.
Oh no. Oh no.
I do not think with my mind. I think with my heart.
Shit.
Sir. That would be a
Madam?
medical oddity, and I want to see it.
Then
For
watch.
sale.
You will be astounded.
But what wares do you have?
He pulls out some pixie sticks.
Ah, sweet. I want one.
The drugs.
Are those candy or is that cocaine?
Yes.
Ah, is there a difference?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my child away from that.
No, but the blue ones are the candy. The purple ones are the cocaine.
I'm
I'll
still
do
keeping
that.
my child away
Take
from that. She'll
one
be
of each.
bouncing off
Just
the
gonna
walls either
save this
way.
for later.
I'll take some of both.
Excellent.
Is that all
It's-
you have for sale is pixie dust?
I'm not a traveling salesman.
Okay, just want to know.
Oh, I thought you were.
Where's
Not gonna
Scream?
lie. Not gonna
Uh,
lie, you don't hold a candle to Oob, and it makes me sad.
I'm sorry, who's Oob?
Yeah, I
Oob.
miss Oob also.
I don't
You know what?
remember. What is it? Skibbity boo. I can't remember.
My name is Oob.
There you go.
You know what?
I can't do. I can't
After
do
some
Oob.
thinking,
No.
who
No,
wants
alright,
to
well-
refute the title of custody after I die?
Of the child?
refute it?
Yes, because I feel like there should be a bit of a debate on who should get the child.
Single-handedly was a single father to a grung. He turned out well.
I do want the baby. I want to help him.
I have Rain, and I guess I have
Blaze.
Blaze too.
So it'll be a group effort.
Yeah, group effort.
Okay, who knows how to handle extra-worldly creatures?
Cassie
do.
puts up.
I have Rain.
Cassie
Matt?
also raises her hand across the.
I have Rain. Rain is another worldly
Are you
creature.
counting me as the otherworldly creature, Cassie?
Nope, absolutely not.
Okay.
She's looking straight ahead. She is like trying really hard not to look at Ayashe when she says that.
I am otherworldly, thank you.
So
Aw.
good.
Does Khajiit remember me when I hug him?
Adorable.
It's a good question. He looks confused at first and says, "Ah, you have to remember a different Khajiit, but also you do look familiar to me."
A different.
That seems racist.
I see how it is. See how it
I
is.
spend all of time in space. I go where I am needed the most.
Why can't you just be like Nanny McPhee? If we want you, you'll leave.
I think it's like the Screech
Oh.
thing.
No, not at all a Screech thing. There's one of me.
I'm not entirely sure that there's not just one Screech as well.
We've seen them together in multiples.
My Khajiit. I miss my Khajiit.
They could just be sprouts of them, so like the one.
That's-
Well,
that's
what
what
if there's
I
just
mean.
one
I think it
somewhere and he's
started
just
out
like
as-
asexually reproducing?
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh,
like, I
that's
think
cool.
it
Like a
started as
mushroom.
one.
Also, Khajiit looks at you, Maddox, and says, "I don't know you at all," and then he winks.
A roll insight on that wing.
Sure, go ahead.
I think they may know each other.
Hmm.
No. He said they did it.
For my
Yeah, he's
Why would he lie?
investigative skills.
What did you
I
get?
said I was good at animal handling, not
Trying to
lie
roll.
detecting.
Oh.
Froze.
oh dang.
Just because we hadn't
Nope.
introduced ourselves yet, who was it earlier who complimented Cassie's sword?
Lloyd
14.
Maddox.
Maddox.
Oh, Maddox. Is it Maddox? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Maddox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so I knew. Thank you.
Yeah.
She's gonna give you a close up later.
Of the sword? Oh no.
What? I meant that entirely innocently. What other way could you have taken that?
Gonna kill him?
I was
What?
murdered.
We don't kill people.
Yeah, no, Cassie's just been sleeping around a lot.
it's
That is
true.
very true.
She's the player. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna usher you guys into the inside, which is the restaurant here, which is kind of like the communal area. While he does his thing.
You're gonna crash this.
And yeah, so there's a lot of food being like laid out and prepared right now at the kitchen, and a bunch of the other like Megacore agents there and whatnot. So it's pretty full in here now. Like there's a lot of people in here. So what are y'all doing while you're waiting for Khajiit to finish?
Cassie is going to try to warn the other group about some of the side effects
Of the
that the food
oh no.
can have. Like, just like, look, it has gotten better over the last little while. It's a little bit more predictable. But if something is like a weird color, like especially the baked goods, just like eat half, see how it makes you feel, and then eat the other half. Like,
Can you give me some examples of some weird feelings you might have?
it's a very long list, and I feel like we might not have time. None of it should be too dangerous. It's just sometimes some of it's unique.
Very
Well,
comforting.
fasting's good for my
Yeah.
spiritual.
Do you have any
state, so maybe
dead
just
creature
choose
carcasses?
Carcass is dead.
What?
It's not for me.
Has-
My child has a
how-
very
how-
specific diet.
How fresh does it need to be?
Oh, not at all.
I mean,
great.
I will say that you definitely have a stash of raw meat
Yeah,
from
like-
Mr. Ned.
And Cassie's gonna dig through her bag. She probably has some essences and such on her, like that she hasn't distilled down into tinctures yet.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll. Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna feed. Y'all just see me feed the child. Hopefully, I just drop it because I don't want to get my fingers ripped off.
Like when a dog is very food aggressive.
Yeah.
This is why I just eat carrots.
So is that
Primarily.
raven made in Hero
Trust
Forge?
me, I
or
wish
not?
she could eat carrots.
I
Was that-
mean, here she might be able to. Like I said, something. Reality is a little flexible here.
So Pathfinder walks up to Thumper, sorry, up to Thumper and
Thumper.
just
That's all
just
right.
says, "Hey there, Thumper.
Hello.
Can you like hear better with those long ears?"
I can hear pretty darn well. Excuse me, I'll just come up from my plank.
So you so
You're just
if you-
moving like with a plank. Is that what it is?
It's just holding a plank.
So what are you holding that plank for?
I'm just beating world records, and then I beat my own record, and I keep beating my own record.
You getting kind of tired holding that thing?
I don't get tired.
What about hungry or thirsty?
Well, that's why the carrots are important.
Would you like some carrot juice?
You've got carrot juice?
I pull out a jug and I pour out of the jug into a mug. Yeah, here I have some carrot juice.
Well, that's really
It's
nice of you. I am a little
suspiciously-
curious why you've got carrot juice on you.
That's a
Well,
little sus.
that's kind of the thing that I do, you know. I just really good at providing things that people need.
Well, that's real nice of you.
So I
And-
guess her hands are full, right?
No, because he stood up from his plank. Is that what you
Oh,
mean?
sorry. Oh, okay. So here you go.
Let me just pull out my swivelly straw. He's got a really, really swivelly, curly straw.
Oh hell yeah!
Eh.
Wow,
So
that's some
those years-
tasty carrot juice. I can feel it pulsing through my.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
So with those ears, it's always
to the plank.
deadly, but not always silent.
You can just have Ianthe in the corner next to Kronos going over the animal's care list.
It's just a whole thing. Fantastic.
She's got a journal.
Yeah, Cassie is also going to be.
Listen, there's no space here, like no boundaries, so it's gotten large.
Yeah, so Horseman, you will have seen Kronos and Fate in the back of the room, which you will probably have recognized from drawings and depictions throughout, the history and
Yeah,
whatnot.
and they're the only ones glowing and flying.
Yeah, they look very deific. That's a word.
So
Yes.
I would walk over.
They look
Maddox
very-
would walk over.
I'm also approaching Faye.
And I
Okay.
would look in Kronos' eyes.
Okay. He kind of squints at you. Goes, yes. Is this something on my
Oh.
face?
I don't say anything.
Okay.
And then I look over at Fate. I look at her eyes. And then I walk away.
She, she's
I
like,
think what we've learned.
"Do you
here
want a
is that
cookie?"
Everyone is weird.
I have a whole plate of cookies. They're out of the oven right now. Do you want a cookie? No? Okay. All right. Well,
I'd like to do the same thing after Maddox mad dogs them.
it's-
I'd like to also give them a look, approach them, look at them, give them like a what's up nod, and then walk away.
Oh, this is the whole thing. All right. I can do this. All right. Stoic face on. God
Actually,
face on.
I'll take a cookie.
The
Mean mug
cookies
and
are
Kronos.
usually safe. It's the bagels you have to watch out for.
The bagels.
The
But
bagels.
are
Meaning.
holy.
Oh yeah, you get a cookie and it's delicious and you feel a little bit stoned.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect!
oh no.
Perfect!
When I tell you I
Those
did
are
not
the
eat
safe
for
ones.
like the first however many hours.
These
No,
are as
having no
safe
perception
as
of time
the
here.
abyss.
I have my bagel chart. Hang on.
Stay.
Cassie is going to try to wrangle the horsemen into like a side table so that they can kind of sit and and get situated for a second now that they've had some of Fate's baking.
I bet Ianthe has a clearer upper.
Probably, but Cassie's also enjoying this a little bit.
That's true.
Just be like, okay, just stay, breathe. Like I said, the cookie's usually very safe. No weird side effects. You're not gonna change colors or anything. It should be fine.
Just give him some food.
Paladins like donuts and bagels.
I
I think I
bagel-
dealt with this
Tell me
woman
why.
the
before.
bagels are good. They are slightly more chancy. I
But
don't
just
know
let
if
it,
she
Cassie.
knows
Just let it
donuts.
happen.
Fine.
How is this place a restaurant?
Well, remember what I said, like reality, it's kind of shaped by our perception of, I don't know if there is actually
Is
a
it a restaurant?
here.
Because I don't think we pay for anything.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a soup kitchen.
Well,
Alright.
Oh
I
no,
think it's
you're all homeless.
more like
That makes
I
more
mean,
sense.
technically we
yeah,
are.
I think it's more like we all wanted somewhere where we could like come and sit and eat together, so this place kind of manifested.
Or cafeteria would be the word.
Give her, check your book. Why do paladins like donuts and bagels?
No.
Because they're holy.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's a good one.
oh my god.
That's,
Why is
Cassie's-
this not in the Why is this not in the holy dad joke book? Oh wait, it is.
yeah.
Definitely add it in.
I should have. It is. I'm not very perceptive.
So as you guys are doing all this stuff, Pegada gets up on there's like a stage in the front, and she begins to
Oh,
like
no.
play some music. Question mark. We'll find out how good it is in a minute. Hang on.
Now, who is this woman?
It's not great. Yeah, it's not great. It's okay.
Usually on brand. It's truly
clearly,
on brand.
like her loot skills are far more superior than her drumming skills. This is the new thing. But she's going to town on that thing and is relentless.
I was just gonna say I like to think she's using her head and
Oh.
like all the body parts she can use on this. Because I think deep down she knows it's not great, so she's just like, I'm just gonna give him a show.
Give him a show.
You know what?
I mean-
Ianthe loves it because she's supportive.
So Pathfinder wants to go up to who's somebody that's close to Pathfinder that's from the Horsemen.
Riptide?
Riptide. Okay. Goes up to Riptide and says, he sees the musical stuff going on and just says, "Oh, right. I got this friend, right? I used to have this friend called Melody, we called her. And let me tell you, she's a hoot. No, Melody, she just bless her heart. She played the clarinet. But
she an owl?
here's the kicker. Every time she starts playing, all the dogs around started howling and howling. Oh man, it's like she's got that secret key to their canine souls or something. What do you think about that? Have you ever played a musical instrument?
Yeah, I dabble.
What do you play?
Play the electric guitar, and sometimes the pan flute.
Ooh, the pan flute.
I'm wondering why you think that's cooler than the electric guitar, but
I don't know.
whatever you do, you Pathfinder.
Where I come from, never heard of electric guitar. Is it something that you hold in your mouth?
No, it's like a lute. It's cooler. There's lightning involved.
Golly.
Definitely more badass. But you said, where are you from?
Siska?
Oh, okay. Did you grow up there?
Well, yeah, you could kind of say that.
If you want me to play with you, you have to bring the toy all the way over.
What?
She tells Kronos.
I thought she was talking to the
Thought it
babe.
was.
Sorry, my cat. She drags her toys to me, but then she
No,
stops
that's an
halfway.
Aggie, I'm pretty sure. You're talking to Aggie.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to Aggie saying that, yeah.
Yeah. And then she meows at me like, bruh, you brought your toy. Bring it the rest of the way.
Hey, you gotta move.
I know.
I think Maddox would walk over to Cassie now and ask to see her sword closer.
Yeah, Cass. She's probably not going to hand it over, but she'll definitely like hold it so that he can get a good look at it.
All right. And I'll show you mine.
You show me yours, I show you mine.
No euphemisms there. Just sword.
I mean,
to
now you
sword.
do. That is usually a different conversation, and we just met, so.
Yeah.
Has that stopped you?
Yeah. So Cassie will take a look at the what does she see when she checks out Maddox's sword?
Holy Avenger.
I'm wondering if Cassie would Cassie don't
Recognize the Holy Avenger?
Yeah, like do they have paladins?
In Siska?
Yeah.
Not too much, no.
Yeah.
Paladins usually have too high of scruples
happening?
for mercenary work.
Did you hear something?
Yes. Someone
Sorry.
fell over.
Yes.
Your cat, I'm assuming.
That was a cat.
Yeah, so Maddox, what does your Holy Avenger look like?
Yeah.
Well, ironically, it looks a little bit like an elven sword, though, because that's what he likes. And it's got a dark blade. It's not shiny. It's wrapped in dark leather with a muted, like a metal around it. What do you call that? Like kind of a platinum. But it's not shiny at all. I'm trying to think of that word. There's a specific word. But yeah, it's kind of a grayish metal.
Gunmetal.
and it's scribed with text from his holy scriptures, etched into the blade. And yeah, you might sense some. I don't know if you are a cleric or have any sort of like sensitivity to radiance, radiant energy. You might notice it's giving off some radiant
Hey.
energy.
I'm sorry, did my spidey senses just go off?
If it has anything connecting to Fey, Fiend, or Undead, that would ping for
Yes.
Cassie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not connected to that. It would really, they wouldn't like that sword at all. That would
It just starts glowing.
Yeah.
Well, Cassie is none of those. Those are the kinds of things Cassie knows a lot about.
That's cool. That's right up my alley.
Yeah,
Awesome.
mine has well, there's what I can do, and then Cassie will activate the flames that also can it's a flame tongue rapier, so
Nice.
Wow.
she lights the flames, and she hasn't dropped the blood maledict she put on it earlier, so there's now this twinned effect of cold and fire that kind of twirl along the edges of her blade.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I can do one other, but can't do them at the same time, kind of thing.
So I'm pretty sure Nomad would try to socialize with everybody here. So he needs to go. So I think what he would be doing, what he's going to do is he's going to go around to every single one of them, and everybody who he hasn't met before, introduce himself. Hi, I'm the Nomad Glam haberdasher extraordinaire, and here's my business card, and he hands a business card to everybody.
It's a haberdasher.
You have
What's
hats for
the
sale?
business for?
It's any kind of specialized costumes or clothing, or especially hats. I just love hats, even jewelry.
Can
Any
you
of
do
those
baby
things.
clothes?
I do baby clothes. I
Okay.
can definitely give you baby. I can make all sorts of baby clothes. They can even change colors for you by just snapping your fingers.
Maybe
that's
baby
what I'm...
clothes that could clean themselves.
I could
Maybe,
arrange that.
but I also take color changing too. How much is each one?
Well, I would have to check exactly what I have to do a fitting, and we need to do. Might need to do a little bit of negotiating, but it'd probably be maybe somewhere around 2,000 or 3,000 gold pieces.
Not
much for a hat?
yet, but I'll keep your business in mind, but not yet.
Okay, yes, definitely. Keep me in mind. I I do costumes for the royalty and for special guests and all that sort. Nobles, they just love my costumes. You probably have heard of me, the glamour of the glamour weave. You may have heard of this before. My family is the inventors of the glamour weave.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that, to be honest.
What? You must not be from the right kind of people then.
Well, I
Oh,
was
no.
raised by. Well, That's a long story I don't want to get into.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I understand.
Yeah. No, you don't, but it's better you don't.
Do you have a card, Mr. Nomad?
Yes, I have a business card. Here you go.
Okay. Also, do you happen to play any instruments? Or I was thinking we could get a whole performance going.
Let's see. My father plays the trumpet, but I do not. I'm trying to think. Does Nomad play an instrument? I don't.
Do you hear your father?
Vander is not here. No.
No, he's not
Okay.
here.
No.
Okay.
I think probably Nomad probably knows the trumpet. I would think.
Okay, yes. Okay, I don't remember. To tell you the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, it's fine.
I dabble a bit.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna try to start a performance con, so you should join me on stage.
Oh, that sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah. And I'll just go around just seeing who's got instruments or who looks creative, musical.
All right. So anybody, go ahead.
Oh, I have Blaze's maracas. Or no, wait. Did we say Blaze has a maracas or a bird saxophone? I can't tell.
Bird saxophone.
Bird saxophone. Yeah.
It's a bird saxophone. Okay.
It's
I
very
have that.
important.
So
Very important.
I don't think Nomad carries around a trumpet with him. But
It's okay.
so
I mean, you can get one. I'll give you a trumpet. It's fine. Yeah.
Cassie's also going to like motion for Sir Fry to get up there and hopefully help keep some sort of semblance of control over this situation.
Oh, yeah. Join the band.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. All right, he's gonna hop on over. Here we go. He'll be on top
Can I
of.
see him closer? He's the ice cream guy, right?
He's the ice cream guy. Yes. Oops.
Sentient ice cream cone.
Isn't he your character, Trevor?
He is my character. Yes, he's one of my
Yeah.
characters. Yes.
Hell
He's
yeah.
great.
Yeah. And I've forgotten Sir Fry's voice, which is weird. So, I think it's. So he looks over at Cassie and says, "All right, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll make sure that nothing gets a little too rowdy."
Double thumbs up.
yep, that's the right voice.
He finger guns you.
So cool.
What a badass.
Oops, sorry, Christian. All right, so we have Surprise, we have Nomad. Pegasus is still up there drumming, so she's gonna be joining too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riptide. Anybody else want to join in on the performance?
How does the baby react to this music?
I'll watch.
I haven't started yet, so it's unclear. Well, the
Yeah.
drumming, not great, I would say, to the Pegasus drumming. It's a little too loud and rhythmical.
I
Not
can
yet.
participate.
Not rhythmical.
Well, all right, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Not rhythmical enough.
No,
I'll get on
Cassie's going
stage.
to try to stay over with Maddox.
Okay.
Can
And
I try to get Iota to
Oh.
play?
yeah, for sure. He definitely would play. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
super into
His,
yeah. He
his
would
weird
definitely
air guitar that plays
guitar.
music.
play. His air guitar.
Yeah, his
No,
weird
he
air
has-
guitar that plays music.
Yeah, that's
No, he had
true.
a bunch of instruments.
He has a bunch of instruments. It's true. Yeah, he selected a bunch of stuff.
But I
Okay.
also have a synthy guitar. If anyone's
Ooh.
interested in that, I
Wanna
pulled
learn
that
the guitar?
out. Trying to see if anyone else is interested.
Guitar.
Trying to think if any of the other Omega Corp's agents would
the-
play.
The character that Elizabeth played, that kept breaking her.
Pegasus already up.
Pegasus up there already.
Oh,
Pegasus
oh,
back
that's
there.
right. That was Pegasus.
That's
that kept
Pegasus, yeah.
doing
That
that,
was
right?
Pegasus, yeah.
She kept breaking her stuff, right?
Yes.
I
And
was just getting some terribly low rolls, so it kept breaking things.
I remember that.
I'll
It-
say
it
that
was fantastic.
I'm gonna put Marcos up there, and that'll be enough. That fills the stage, I think, at that point. So everybody who is a player character, give me a performance check.
Also, can Bob play the guitar if nobody else is going to play it?
Uh,
Tiny Eldridge.
yeah, sure. Why not? Why
Okay,
not?
Great.
So I'll roll one for Iota real quick. I don't know what his thing is, but behind his
You can
performance.
probably see it in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, there it is. Performance. Okay. All right. It's 18 for him. Excellent. And then Nomad, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Yep.
And
22.
excellent. I don't know if Elizabeth, you have access to Pegasus sheet or not, or if you happen to know what her. Actually, I might find it.
Yeah, I can pull it up. Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
let me
Give me a
see.
performance check real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, 22. Okay, 18. Excellent. I'll roll one for surprise. Find his character sheet. There he is.
Weird, I can't.
15.
15. Not bad. That's actually stellar for Pegada.
It is.
She rolls garbage performance usually.
I know.
Hey, you roll better than Sir Fries this time. He got 11, so
Huzzah.
you're doing very well. And I'll do one for Marcos. Not great. Marcos is like kind of just up there just to hang out, basically.
He has other talents.
She has these other talents. He's trying to sing and it's not going well. But I think that's Nomad, what was yours?
22.
Okay, excellent. All right, yeah, so it's a mixed bag, I would say overall. But you know, y'all are slowly finding it basically as you go. And it's getting progressively better, and kind of like the people who are better are kind of like playing louder to try and drown out some of the worst stuff.
Oh, we're all playing our own song.
Yeah. You're all marching to your sound of your own beat, right?
There was no discussion before this started. Nobody actually said, "Hey, should we play this song?"
Yeah,
So they just
yeah,
played the song they knew.
yeah. It's a sea shanty probably. So yeah, but there's a bunch of guitar, so it's way cooler than that. I guess actually, unless Riptide, unless you have a particular song you want to try and get them to all play.
What would be a song that like everybody knows in this
Stop
world?
believing.
Stop believing it's yeah,
They
my
probably have a set of tavern songs that they all are familiar with.
yeah, that's true. Probably a drinking song. Like blow the old man down.
A
Is that
sea
what
Slow
it's
the
shanty.
old man down.
It's just,
Is that what it's called?
I think that's a sea
Very-
We're gonna
shanty.
play the classic tavern song, "Drink Till You Die."
There we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
So I would say that the baby is far more interested in this music than before, and the general atmosphere has become more jovial, and people are kind of like kind of loosened up a little bit. We have people from like both teams like kind of like playing together and all that stuff, right? And so as you're all eating and drinking and kind of like trying to one up each other in terms of like the tale to your exploits, right? And the band is rocking out, and during hold on one second here. My thing's all messed up. They're just okay. During the final chord of one particularly epic song here, the air feels electric. There we go. Some more for you there, Riptide. And as it finishes, the lights go out suddenly, and you all hear a loud thump and a crash, and someone yells, which makes everyone else yell too. And then when the lights come back up, everyone has kind of pulled their weapons out and are kind of facing each other down. And in the center of the room is a body. Pathfinder lies dead in the center of the room.
Fuck, is this gonna be like Among Us?
Murder mystery.
I didn't
Holy
I didn't get
shit.
to roll for it or anything.
It appears that something on his belt is activated when he fell, because there's a faint magical barrier surrounding him, like a bubble that goes all the way around, making him impenetrable. But he does lie dead in the middle of the floor.
So I run over to them. I try to get through to him. Can I try to punch through this barrier?
So you run over to the barrier and you hit it with everything you got, and
Yeah.
it just bounces off.
Oh, what the fuck?
I guess Ianthe would go over and be like,
Yeah.
I need to see if he's actually dead.
Yeah.
My turn, and runs over and hits him.
No.
It's
Hits him.
just trying to smash the barrier.
Yep.
Yeah, it also bounces off.
Can I cast a quick healing word?
It bounces off.
We,
What the fuck?
Ianthe, can you try to dispel it?
I am going to beat you to life.
Do I recognize the object that the barrier is coming from?
You can't quite see it. It's something metallic on his belt. He's face down. You can't quite see it. It's on the front of his belt.
Cassie's going to go over to where Fate is. Like,
Can I lift it up the thing?
Can you lift up the barrier?
Yeah,
Like
lift
lift
the
him
whole thing
in
up.
it? Is it like
Lift
a
it.
bubble around
It's a
him?
bubble. It goes entirely around his entire body.
Can I lift it up?
I mean, you can pick it up. He's inside.
So if I lift it up, can I see what's on the? Can I see the belt or examine the belt?
Ah. Yes. So yeah, you see that on his belt is it's a square metallic object that has a glowing crystal in the center of it. That is kind of it's the origin of the barrier. It's kind of projecting it out around him. It looks like it's some sort of defensive mechanism that's supposed to be deployed to try and prevent you from taking damage, but it instead activated when he hit the ground and is now active, and you don't see a way to turn it off.
Is Chaos Guy still outside?
Sure.
I bet it's his fault. I'm gonna go talk to him and ask him what he did.
I'm
Okay,
gonna go.
try.
I will
I'm gonna
carry
go over.
him out there as we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I want to go talk to Fate.
Okay.
For a second. Do you? I'm kind of assuming you could still see what happened.
I was
Yeah.
baking actually. I had my back to the
You've got to be
party.
kidding. You can.
What I will say is that it was not his time.
That's helpful.
It was none of our times, Kirid.
That's not true.
So, DM question:
yes.
When it all went dark, many of us have dark vision.
Yes.
What would
So
have actually happened there?
all right. So also, Father, you're taking over Nomad now. Just so everyone's clear, you're taking over Nomad since Pathfinder is deceased. And
Cassie, you promised him.
so Nomad, that's an excellent question. Since you have dark vision, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You saw nothing when it went dark. When it went dark, it went black,
Wow.
and those with dark vision could not see anything either.
Shit. Can I try
I
and
think my
cast
baby
Dispel
can see
Magic
through
on him?
magical dark vision.
Yeah, but your baby
Really?
can't talk.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
Interesting.
because
baby?
Yeah.
she has the stats of an imp, and they can see through magical darkness.
Okay, interesting. So your baby might have seen what happened. Good luck with that.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Can I try and cast Dispel Magic onto whatever is protecting
Sure.
the barrier?
Yeah, give me that
Oh,
that
sure.
check. It's what's your spellcasting modifier for right? It's the is it Arcana
Fuck.
check? What did you get?
No, I don't know. What am I
Oh,
doing?
sorry. It should say on the spell what you roll. Is it your attack
Oh,
with your? Is it
I
your
wasn't.
attack with your
Look.
spellcasting modifier, or is it your Arcana check? I can't remember anymore.
Dispel magic, you use your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
All right, so roll. All right, so roll basically roll a magic attack then.
But you don't add your proficiency bonus,
Oh
unfortunately.
Oh,
What?
so I don't roll Arcana? What am I doing? What?
no, roll a magic attack.
Roll a magic attack.
Just
Like
any
a
of them.
spell attack?
Yeah.
You mean?
Yes, like a
Yes.
spell attack.
Yes,
Oh wow.
it uses the same stat block. So
That's an 11 plus 10, so 21.
21
Mm-hmm.
doesn't do it.
Fuck.
It bounces off.
Really?
Hey,
That means it's
The-
more than 11th level spell,
Yeah.
right? I think that's how it works. I forget.
Is it? I think it was like 10 plus. Or,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know,
10,
I never used.
or
it.
that it's not
No.
magic.
right?
So, Khajiit?
You outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's
I said I was going out to ask him.
he hides his work. Oh, I'm not ready yet.
Okay, but did you do that?
Do what?
Kill one of the members?
Now, why would I do that?
Because you're chaos.
That's a fair point.
You
No.
don't need a reason to do anything, sir.
I do things just because I feel like it. It's true. But no,
Right.
of course not. That would be ridiculous.
Did it go dark out here?
No.
Hmm.
No more than usual.
Oh my god.
Can I try to strike you with my sword
Why? Was there a murder?
Of course there was.
Ah, I assumed. Everybody screamed and it went dark, so I assumed.
Oh wow.
And he just stayed out there.
It's not my business.
You're sure this isn't part of the trials?
Aha! Maybe they've already begun.
That's what I'm asking.
Or have they?
You would know.
I don't know. You don't know.
Oh my god.
That
Oh
is
my
so
god.
useless.
Cassie's gonna follow Ayante out there. Like,
Can I try to crush
I'm
it?
trying to
can
open
I do a
that.
strength check
trying
on
to
this
open
thing?
that thing.
look, we just need a straight answer because you said you needed a certain number of participants, and now one of them is dead. How does
Ah,
this
the
affect-
very excellent point.
Yeah.
Means that we have to have an additional participant included in the ranks to fill his space.
Ice.
Do you happen to have a small gnome friend you might want to include instead?
Our small gnome friend is busy, and just
Can I try to break it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Suspiciously
Strength check on this
specific.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
This feels targeted. This feels like, despite saying we get to
35.
choose and
35?
Yep.
What was your base die roll?
My base die roll?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The number on the die.
16.
Interesting.
What? So you got a plus 19?
Yes.
Wow.
Forget about this sometimes.
You forget.
Okay,
so
I'll give you this. It cracks,
Can I cast a spell through that crack?
and I will also say that like it jostles him around a lot in like
Ah, shit.
a bad way,
Oh no.
like a sickening crunch sort of way.
Oh no.
Hey guys, leave him alone.
He's dead.
Is he?
just
Because I can't check for vitals.
just
Yeah, I know. I don't either. He looks dead.
How do you check for vitals? How do you check for vitals specifically?
just set him down for now, please.
Okay.
We'll figure this out.
Did you just
Alright.
ask how we check for vitals?
Well, I don't know if she's checked some specific way, like some sort of a magical check for vitals, or if she actually has to touch his, carotid artery and say, hey,
They can't cast magic through the
there's a
barrier,
crack
so just set him down for the moment.
though. And he's down.
Thank you.
Calm. He looks dead.
Can either of the clerics cast spells through the crack?
Yeah, can
It's an interesting question. You can try. What spell are you trying to cast?
I'll try a healing word. And I want to
Wait.
like squish my mouth straight into the crack to like kind of speak into the crack or whatever.
Ah, interesting. Okay. It doesn't quite make it through.
Fuck.
Nomad's gonna cast Mage Hand. He's gonna take his hand and try to reach. A spectral hand comes out of his own hand and tries to go into the crack or into the area.
Can he pass through a tiny crack? Or like
Just
up
says it's
here?
it's a spectral hand.
I think it can appear anywhere he can see, can't
So it can
If it's, like-
appear if it can appear within the
Anywhere.
barrier, then that's one thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even say you can see. It just but if it's okay, you can't in general you can't cast spells through solid objects. And is that a solid object or is it a force field?
It's a force field. So
I think it would work.
I think it can appear on the other side. Sure. Yeah.
You can't activate magic items.
Ah, okay. You can get the hand in there, so
Yeah.
you can't push the thing to turn it off.
I don't know what it's gonna do. So let's see.
You can slap him in the face if you want to, I guess. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
slap
Yeah,
him.
sure. Slap in the
No.
face. See if he wakes up.
Nope, he does not wake up.
Does anybody else have any
Wait,
ideas
well,
to do with
here's
my
a-
hand?
Push
Okay.
the crystal on his belt.
It doesn't
Well,
work like
I'll
that.
try it anyway. If it's
It doesn't work. It's a
Wait,
magic
why are
item.
you?
technically it doesn't say it can't do it. It can only not activate things. It doesn't say about unactivating them.
Okay.
Deactivating them. But yeah,
Technicalities.
Trying to get
I
Radovin in
definitely
here.
Wait, hold,
Yep,
hold on.
yep.
What are you using?
Mage hand.
just mage hand.
Can
Okay.
he
It's a
also
Wait, why are
cantrip,
you
so
slapping him, Nomad?
wake him up.
Okay, but
Oh,
you're saying the belt doesn't work?
He can't activate the belt because it is a magic item,
it's
and you
a
can't activate
magical
magic
item.
items with mage hand.
Wait, where does it say that?
It says it in the
That's part of
description.
mage hand. It's the last
Oh,
sentence
okay,
in
yeah,
Yes.
you're right. No, because
Yes.
I also have it, so I was like, where does
Yeah.
it say that?
Yeah.
Can he pick
Yeah,
up
the last
something and
sentence.
toss it, and then it happened to
Yeah,
hit
pick.
the belt?
Well, just rustle him.
You're gonna instead of activating
already-
something with mage hand, you're gonna use him to activate it with mage hand. Like you're gonna toss
It's
him onto mage
called
hand.
technicalities.
To just
No.
smear him into the barrier.
Oh, you
What?
try that, and it looks real silly and real dumb, and it doesn't work.
Okay.
If everybody could just hold for 2 seconds while we try to figure this out real quick. All right. And Cassie's gonna turn back to the Khajiit, be like, the fact that you had somebody in mind for us to add to this is very suspicious.
Suspicious.
Yes.
Don't be suspicious.
Like, that
Don't
does
be
not
suspicious.
feel random. The
Did
fact
he
that you
have-
already had somebody in mind for us to replace our
Oh
fallen
no, it
comrade
was
with.
absolutely this dude.
So, unless you can give me a better reason to put my friend in danger, I think we're actually just going to have to pause your little competition until we can get that magical barrier down and heal our friend.
I mean, if that's what you want. But
What happens to him if the barrier goes away?
I will say that I've been out here the whole time, and I didn't do anything to him.
I'm not accusing you of doing anything. I'm just saying it's very unusual that you already knew who you were going to replace him with.
Of course. How would I not know?
I don't know because I never know what's going on here, and that makes me very upset. So, what I'm going to suggest is we simply put a pin in everything for just a little while we, hopefully, with a slightly more measured response, try to get that magical barrier down. We have clerics. They will be able to heal him. We don't
He looks over your shoulder and goes, and sees like Maddox like smashing Pathfinder
Cassie's
into the
really
ground,
trying not to turn
like trying
around,
to onto the
like-
mage hand, and he's just smearing him onto
Yeah.
the mage hand. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's going pretty well. Got this handled, I'm pretty sure. This looks
I
pretty
hate it here,
good.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. Look, we don't need to replace anybody just yet. Just give us a minute, all right?
He holds up the contract and he points at it, and it is missing his signature now.
God, I
Ah.
hate
If you just want
everything
somebody else,
here.
let him live. Let
Hey.
us heal this guy, and then we'll sign somebody else up.
Question. What was the point of the contract if you could just move, remove, or add people as wanted?
Oh no, he died. That's why his name is removed.
And you're not at all curious about that.
It only
Of course
does
I
it
am.
only work that way if it was part of the competition, or just because he died, it doesn't matter.
Not only that, but he's an Omega agent. They're not supposed to be able to die here.
That's why he needed a barrier.
Oh, is he wearing
Maybe
an Omega loop?
maybe you should look into that.
A barrier.
As soon as I have any free time, I'll try to add that to my list.
Wait, do we have loops when we're in the Nexus?
Yeah, I'm kind of assuming we never take them off.
Yeah, are they on us?
Yes,
Hmm.
So what is that a yes to?
they are on you. You have Omega loops on you. Yes.
Do we also have these belts?
No.
Did he have that belt earlier?
I don't know. Want me to find out?
Trevor, don't say that. Trevor, don't be like that.
Did you say there's one way to find out?
Uh-huh.
You would search your memory.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, like
it's
we
in,
would
it's
try
in,
to
yeah, it's intelligence check. Yeah.
An intelligence check?
So I they?
Yeah,
Intelligence check.
I'm going.
Can I attempt an
That's
intelligence check?
Going.
Sure.
An intelligence check, is that just where you click on your thing, right? Intelligence. Man, I'm not smart. I got a 14.
It's not terrible.
I guess I just don't pay attention.
It's just whether or not you remember or not.
Yeah. Riptide?
I got a 21.
Riptide, you know that he did have it on earlier. Yes.
I go over. It's Ianthe. Is that the person who's trying to figure this out
Mhm.
right now?
Yep.
I say, I don't know if this helps, but he had that on before. I recall that being there.
Hello? Left.
What
Hmm?
happened?
Was it that big?
Oh, it was
of a
Elizabeth. I
moment?
think.
Did it?
All right, everybody. It is getting late, and this is going to take some time. So that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. And we're gonna
Yay,
come
thank you. I
back.
was really sleepy.
I know. I'm sorry. We're gonna come back next time to figure out the secret of the death of Pathfinder.